It's on that Shorty New Year. Shorty New Year. Come along to Camp Shorty. It's a Miss Shorty New Year. It's Shorty New Year. It's a Miss Shorty New Year. A Shorty New Year. Come along to Camp Shorty. We're so glad you're here. It's a Miss Shorty New Year. A Shorty New Year. It's a Miss Shorty New Year. A Shorty New Year. Come along to Camp Shorty. We're so glad you're here. It's a Miss Shorty New Year. A Shorty New Year. Come along to Camp Shorty. We're so glad you're here. Camp Shorty is where you will find family. Our beautiful minds will greet you with glee. At Camp Shorty, you can shine and shine bright because Miss Shorty camp leader is a fucking delight. It's a Miss Shorty New Year. A Shorty New Year. Come along to Camp Shorty. So glad you're here. It's a Miss Shorty New Year. A Shorty New Year. Come along to Camp Shorty. So glad you're here. Your opinions are valid. You can fly like a bird. With your comments on screen, you will always be heard. It's the best chat on YouTube. You can cuss all you want. And here at Camp Shorty, we even say cunt. It's a Miss Shorty New Year. A Shorty New Year. Come along to Camp Shorty. So glad you're here. It's a Miss Shorty New Year. A Shorty New Year. Come along to Camp Shorty. So glad you're here. Let your raw cats be free, so liberating. We stay on topic, although occasionally things get a bit feral, but it's clear to see. It's a Miss Shorty New Year. A Shorty New Year. Come along to Camp Shorty. So glad you're here. It's a Miss Shorty New Year. A Shorty New Year. Come along to Camp Shorty. So glad you're here. It's a Miss Shorty New Year. Camp Shorty is where you will find family. Our beautiful minds will greet you with glee. At Camp Shorty, you can shine and shine bright because Miss Shorty Camp Leader is a fucking delight.
Hi, Happy New Year. It's already 2026 here, and yes, the planet is still turning. Just pigs is for the doggos. Hi. I randomly ran out of time to do lipstick, so I've got just lip gloss on it. It's bloody terrible. Hang on. Mwah. I'll put some lipstick on. I look like a black and white minstrel. Ha! I look like what was that we were watching the other day? Hi, Kimbers. Good to see you. Spinster. Hi, Teresa. Miss Stephanie. Hello. Oh, my God. I can't with this no lipstick thing. Christy. Hi. I'm sure we get... Hey, Kate. Good to see you. Who is the photo of in the thumbnail? Well, it's me, but but I used AI with my face photo, to create the photo. I will tell Tim you love him. So let me just wait. So that there is where I grew up, Newcastle, New South Wales, about 2 hours north of Sydney on the east coast of Australia. And I didn't have any appropriate photos that I could put myself there. I haven't lived here for lived there for 15 years. So it's kind of me. If you're in the Discord, I dropped some, or if you follow me on Twitter, X, I did, when I was creating this thumbnail, I did actually, oh my goodness, there was so many, I went into Canva, which is where I make all the thumbnails and stuff, all my artwork for the music, everything. And typed in Newcastle coastline, and oh my goodness, it was so evocative, all these beautiful photos. So your profile pic on X is hot. Wait, thanks, man. That there's a funny story to that. Happy New Year to you too, gorgeous. Happy New Year to all of you. So hang on, I think Shelley's messaging me. Okay. I'll hang on. Walk and talk chat. I'm just replying to Shelley. Poke. So the profile picture, we'll see it because we're going to do a lot of X stuff tonight. Oh my God, I can't with these lips, or lack of lips. I look like I'm dying. Actually, I've been really unwell for the last few days. I felt like I was dying. So I'm hoping I've lost about 5 pounds just because of how unwell I've been. I really haven't eaten. Wait, let me put on a song because I need to fix my lips. I cannot, like, vanity's a curse. I cannot look at myself. It's only a short song. It's very up. Pardon the pun. I'll BRB with better lips. What the fuck, man? Here we go.
Yeah. Each heart, each light, a fire blazing in the night, passionately forging friendship, you and me. A swoop and a whirl, yes, you know I got you, girl. And at the end of every day, no, there's just one thing to say. Up, 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 we're going up, 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 keep rising up, oh yes, we're flying to the top, oh, up, 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 abundance, fill that cup, we're going up, not gonna stop. Pinky promise, hold my hand, now come on girl, let's go, put on your favorite dancing shoes, we'll put on quite a show, living in the moment and looking forward to life, filled with inspiration, we've had enough of quiet, so go! Up, 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 we're going up, 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 keep rising up, oh yes, we're flying to the top, oh, up, 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 abundance, fill that cup, we're going up, not gonna stop. Take your places, going places, take your place right next to me. Tie your laces, smiling faces, forever wild and free. Now take me up, 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 we're going up, 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 keep rising up, oh yes, we're flying to the top, oh, up, 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 abundance, fill that cup, we're going up, not gonna stop. One more time, oh, up, we're going up, up, keep rising up, oh yes, we're flying to the top, oh, up, up, abundance, fill that cup, we're going up, not gonna stop. Up, up,
It's so much better. I look less like I'm dying now. Phew. I beg the court's indulgence. Thank you, chat. Now, the funny story about that, and Stephanie, we will absolutely play Wizard of Oz next. We'll play song breaks because it's New Year's Eve in America and it's New Year's Day in Australia. So my profile picture, my current profile picture on Twitter is me and two of my friends in a different community, Sue and Joanne. We've been frivolously accused of being Mossad agents, so Israeli spies. So of course I went straight to AI using our 3 profile photos and created a very funny picture. I'm surprised Twitter let it through, actually. Maybe I am a Mossad agent. It includes us, all 3 of us holding a gun, me with the barrel of the gun shooting straight at the camera. Lol. So speaking of, yes, badass Charlie's Angels, my prompts were create me a spy vibe. Hedda, good to see you. I've been wondering how you've been and where you are. Good to see you. Happy New Year. You'd be getting very close to New Year's Eve, right? Or would it be what, 11-ish your time? Maybe it's already 2026 in South Africa. Happy New Year. So what are we doing? We're not going to do anything dark and heavy tonight. In fact, very empowering into 2027. Holy shit, you're a long way ahead of me. Yikes. You skipped a whole year. I hope 2026 was okay for you. Now, so walk and talk. We've spoken a little bit over the last week or so. I've finally come clean about my Poppy, please, about my grave concerns about humanity and saving humanity. It's been quite the lonely journey, and I do and I do thank you all for being so supportive of me. Oh, Stephanie, thank you. And how cool is it when someone in chat actually gets the gifted membership? Amazing. I love you. Congratulations, Steph, on your new imminent career, by the way. Thanks, girl. So the spaces. So X. I don't know if you're not on X. Okay, wind it back. If you all aren't, if you're not on X, or you don't go on X often, Poppy, please don't lick me, for goodness sake. It's Christy, thanks. Wait, I'm going to get behind on these. And look, Gypsy got it. YouTube being less drunk tonight than usual. I'm very happy about that today. Here, let me write these down before I forget. And I promise the only reason we haven't done the merch draw is because I have a bunch of Christmas decorations, baubles, in the little glass vase that I usually use to make the drawings. So I promise tomorrow I will dump that shit out of there and we'll do it. But Christy, you're in the draw, and Steph, I'll write you down too. Now, so if you're not on space on X, I don't know. It's, I guess, cesspool, but also it's a pretty good gauge of reality. Is that the right word? It's better than, you're not going to. It's just more real, depending on what your algorithm and what your feed looks like. So yes, it's very yes, it feels safe to not expose oneself to legacy news, mainstream media bullshit, the 24-hour news cycle. It's all propaganda, skewed and run by a select few on the planet. Obviously, there are, there's still propaganda on every platform, whether it's social media platforms, like streaming services, traditional television, yada, yada, yada. But anyway, so the space, every night I go, my day, but night in the States, I go into, excuse me, I'm burping with excitement. Delightful. I go into spaces by a creator, an account. Creator isn't the right word. Called Truth Teller. He's pretty hardline. I haven't recommended him to you all because he has some takes on some things which are a little neo. Oh, yum, Steph. Deviled eggs, yum. A little extreme on some of the stuff that, frankly, might make might be offensive to some of us in this community. But I've used my discernment. He has some pretty extreme takes on things like LGBTQ. He's a little bit of a misogynist, but he spits facts, right? So mostly what I'm in those spaces. There's a point to my story, by the way. Mostly what those spaces have been, and I joined that community when he was up to episode number 46 of the Epstein Uncensored. So Epstein Files. Taking a deep dive with receipts look into particular players, both directly linked and featured in the Jeffrey Epstein files, and then the whole web, right? But he also has some really back to basics, revolutionary. Revolution means back to basics, right? Takes on health and wellness. And when you start to realize that it's all a lie, everything's been a lie, you come to understand that also the things that we've been told about eating, not eating, preventative measures, whether Western, science-based medicine, treatment, and it's cures, lol, are actually are actually, like, is any of it true? Because when you peel it right back, follow the money. Is Buster just burped? Also great, we've both got the burps. Fantastic. I'm fine with them now, but he's got them. Hey, baby. You start to realize, like, every day I have these devastating moments of realization that yet another thing that I've for the last 50 years blindly trusted, that the narrative of X, Y, or Z, whatever it is, was true, only to be like, holy fuck, my most recent one, he's so shy too, Hannah. Like, when dogs can give, he's so shy. What is he? Almost 3? I'm not sure. I can't remember the time. When dogs gaze at you and you gaze back at them, that's a sign of trust. He always averts his eyes. If I look at him, he's like, oh, shy. Shy. He's such a sweet thing. They had a bit of a rough time last night when the fireworks are supposed to be illegal in Australia for the longest time. Too many people getting shot in the eye with a rocket in their face 40 years ago. But apparently now these days, not so much. And so we had, I live in suburbia, very close quarters, and there was so many fireworks last night. Poppy was her usual self, panting and fretting. Speak of the devil. But Buster was also fretting. So, yes, earplugs are awesome. We just had cuddles. I was actually awake, still awake for the first time ever because of one of these, oh my fucking God, moments. We're just having a yarn at the moment, chat, because then we're going to get into some learning stuff. But my most recent, last night, which is why I was still awake, realization is that, and I've spoken about this with you all, I think, you might have heard of it, the Port Arthur Massacre, which was in Tasmania, so unbronzed Aussie Laura's home state. It was 1996. Like, holy fucking shit. Turns out that poor boy, Martin Bryant, thank you, Christy, was a patsy. Political gain. This poor, we're going to do it. We're going to do at least 2 streams on it. I swear to God. I can't. Holy shit. False flag. The disgusting shit that our governments, not just in America, the people that we trust put us collectively as a population, and the individuals that happen to be caught up in those massive horrific moments, actual deaths. Like, I'm not saying it didn't happen. 35 people died in 4 minutes by a supposed lone gunman who had an IQ of 66, the mental capacity of an 11-year-old. I've just gone, oh yeah, fuck, that was fucked. Yeah, no shit, it was fucked. This poor kid, no trial, coerced into finally putting a no royal commission, no what's the word? Inquiry, coronial inquiry. That's what we have here. So no investigation, nothing public, and they've sealed all of the file of the evidence for the Port Arthur massacre for 75 years. It was originally 3 years, and then they extended it to be 75 years. So it was 30 years ago, 1996. Well, Christy, I'm glad you asked. It turns out that we'll go into it. Anyway, yes, it is. But which came first, the chicken or the egg? Because this kid didn't do it. And the suppression of the witnesses and the people that were there who survived, of their stories. Like, I live here, right? I'm a true crime person. You cannot get this information. And I stumbled upon some last night. So, oh, for goodness sake, Pastor, he always wants to go outside as soon as we're live. So we'll be covering that. I've spent a lot of dark time. Like, I feel like I'm on about 15 crusades at the moment. Save humanity, yes. Open people's eyes, yes. Yep. Expose the world, the globalists. It's all linked. Child trafficking. Holy fuck. I can't. The weight. Like, I'm so stressed. Too much TMI. I've had fucking, sorry, TMI, but I've had like the worst diarrhea for the last 3 days. Like, what the fuck? I swear it's stress. I can't. The notes in my phone of all my links that I keep saving. Hello, Ginge. Good to see you. Mediocre chicken palm. Now, so we're going to be doing that tomorrow. I don't know. Like, I'll see how I'm feeling. Like, this is tomorrow night. At the moment, we have scheduled a thing on Pizzagate. Spoiler alert. Real. Like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? I'm dying over here by myself with the dogs with 3 days of stress-induced diarrhea. Oh, but so we took the long way to the next part of my monologue. So Truth Teller, who I was speaking of, and if you're on the Twitters, definitely give Truth Teller a follow. I think I've said this to you all for a while, including just before. Honing my discernment skills, forcing myself to sit in spaces, like literal Twitter spaces, but also mental rooms, spaces for myself, of being uncomfortable, because this shit is uncomfortable. And I guess as either here in Australia, we've flipped over the calendar page to 2026 or 2027 if you head up, or as you all in the States come into that. I don't know, man. Like safety, comfort zones, like comfort zones are comfortable. But what is our legacy? So I was saying the truth teller also has some very revolutionary takes on health. It's not revolutionary. And once you start thinking about it, you're like, oh, for fuck no shit, man. So I thought we'd do it, and he does some spaces. Hi, Stu, good to see you. Yep. Take care as your eyes are open, because a lot of people are also capitalizing and adding spin agenda to there too. Yes, I don't agree. My discernment is at extreme level. My bullshit meter is pretty strong. There is no agenda. Like Truth Teller, for example, has at least a $10,000 bounty on his head because of the facts that he spits. There's all receipts. There's no agenda there. And well, the agenda is to get us, the global population. Hi, Simi. To a place where we are healthy, happy, mentally well, physically well, and not enslaved to the constraints and constructs that have been erected around us without us even really noticing for the last 100 years. It's all connected. So he does do some spaces on health is wealth. I think we're up to like the Epstein uncensored files spaces are up to like 132. And the health is wealth ones, I think he just did the 7th one. So basically, it's like 4 or 5 or 6 hours of like people calling in, like a talkback radio, right? Open mic, sort of. And then he through the day he'll be putting together threads or pulling his receipts together into threads that then he uses those threads to create his presentation, which can go anywhere from 25 to 45 minutes. He speaks at a very rapid fire pace. It's a tough love space. There's times when I'm like, oh my God, I can imagine. I've called in a few times. I still don't feel like I'm anywhere near knowledgeable enough to hold my own in those conversation spaces. I'm very happy just to be a learning listener most of the time. So recently he's done a couple of spaces, health is wealth spaces. So shout out for the title of this stream, Health is Wealth. Because it really is. If you can take back your autonomy over your health, over what you put in your body, when you put it in your body, then you can, particularly in America, you can theoretically extricate yourself from needing to see doctors and having to seek out treatment for things that were kind of lifestyle based, actually. So the most recent couple of health is wealth spaces he's done obesity and cholesterol. So these are some, like obesity is an obvious one, right? Obviously having an excessive amount of body fat is not good. It puts a lot of extra load on your organs. But they want us, you all, particularly in America, like fat, slovenly, and unhealthy. They want you eating the shit. The shit. Like the last time I was in America was in 2009. And I couldn't believe, like, in Australia, I mean, it might have changed. I doubt it. I guess it's probably gotten bigger. That's what she said. In Australia, if you order like a cheeseburger meal, I'm going to take this out. I feel like I'm talking underwater. If you order a cheeseburger meal, it's one cheeseburger, and depending on what size you order, one. Oh my God, I've lost the thing. One fries, one drink. I remember I ordered just a regular cheeseburger meal, and P.S. I've given up Macca's. I ordered one cheeseburger meal, and it had two cheeseburgers, and I'm pretty sure that the regular sized McFlurry, it was 15 years ago, was like giant. You couldn't even get so everything is big in the States in terms of food. Everything is it's very hard to find food in the States that that isn't full of shit. And so but there are ways. And so anyway, let me so what I do, because I mean, I'm very, you know me, I'm very big on providing monetary assistance as a thank you, right, to creators, whether it's YouTube or whatever, creators that I appreciate the entertainment community, education, expertise, all of the things. But I'm poor. I'm very poor at the moment, so I haven't been able to necessarily provide financially. But I have skills, right? I have graphic design skills, and I have like advertising is my jam. So so I do graphics and promo vids, and I also create synopses. Like I use Grok to create synopses of his presentations. I've been doing it for a few weeks. Holly, hi. Holly, hi. I mean, that's your choice, Holly. You might change your mind after this. I mean, I am a die-hard McDonald's, Macca's, die-hard, lifelong love, my go-to, fully indoctrinated. I'm never having Macca's again. I will never have McDonald's again. Don't you worry, I'll be craving it, but no thanks. I'd rather not. So, but I'm not going to shame anybody for choosing otherwise. But also, maybe you'll change your mind after this presentation. So, here is a graphic. This is. Oh wait, actually, wait. Let me go. Because Christy mentioned my profile picture. Hilarious. Wait, oh no, I'm on there. Now I'm seeing me. That's an inception and a half. Wait, fuck. Oh my goodness. That didn't happen how I wanted it to happen. God, now I've gone off my thing. Hang on. Pause. I'll find the post. Here we go. Here we go. Now, so this is a synopsis that I've written Grok wrote. Queen Bee, good to see you. Opal Gypsy, got a green. Thank you for being here, everybody. So this is about obesity. And so obviously I'm going to retell by way of reading this the presentation that Grok's summary of. Okay, so the truth about obesity, exposing hidden causes behind America's, I'm going to say Australia's as well. It's not as dire as it seems to be in the States. It could be a population thing. It could be a population density thing. I have a feeling it's a culture thing and an availability thing. Anyway, this can be transposed into Australia. Let me just make sure you can see that. Yes. So the truth about obesity, exposing hidden causes behind America's obesity crisis, contrasting mainstream narratives. So this is what the presentation was about. Mainstream narratives of calories in, calories out, with deeper factors like diet, industry influence, and societal changes. So the obesity epidemic. Truth highlighted that obesity rates in the US have rocketed, with over 40% of adults classified as obese and childhood obesity tripling since the 1970s. He cited data showing the average American now weighs more than the average, farm-raised pig from decades ago. Like I said, it's a tough love space. He doesn't pull any punches. He's savage. I love it. More than an average farm-raised pig from decades ago, emphasizing how the US leads globally in obesity despite abundant food access. Critique of mainstream advice. He dismantled the eat less, move more mantra as oversimplified. So this is something I've subscribed to. And you know me, I've got a background in bodybuilding, but I've also got a background in eating disorders and disordered eating when I was a bodybuilder. And like, it's tougher as you get older. Your metabolism changes. So dismantled the eat less, move more mantra as oversimplified and ineffective, arguing it ignores hormonal and metabolic realities. Keep reading, Lisa. Truth teller stressed that obesity is not primarily a lack of willpower, but it's, in my opinion, that's absolutely part of it, but a hormonal disorder driven by insulin resistance. Role of processed foods and sugar. So this is a big one. I'll read it and then I'll talk. A core focus was the explosion of ultra-processed foods, high fructose corn syrup, and seed oils since the 1980s. Low-fat diet push. Blame lies with government dietary guidelines for promoting carbs while demonizing natural fats, leading to increased snacking and constant insulin spikes. So absolutely, protein helps keep you fuller longer. You have a feeling of satiation, feeling satisfied. Buster, hang on. So my general advice has been for the longest time, and I think I've said it to you all recently before anyway, you should really try to avoid, for your health and feelings of well-being, right? It's not just about like being sort of obnoxiously healthy and righteous in that. Anything that's in a box or a plastic/foil packet or both with an ingredient listing is something you should have absolutely minimal in your cupboard, in your home, in your pantry, and in your belly. And it takes a little bit of retraining. Those things are designed, created, manufactured, conceived to have us get addicted to them, right? But like any addiction, you can undo them. So me, go to McDonald's, right? Never again. Like, I've made a conscious decision to go, no, I'm not doing that. Political reasons. What are you doing, Buster? And health reasons. And you wait till you see. I've got stuff to show you. We're not just going to read through shit. So that's a general rule, but it's a conscious mindset. Like me. We have the autonomy to decide. Yeah, it's easier. Yeah, it's delicious. I mean, is it? How good do you, like, honestly, how good do you feel after a shitty, like how full How healthy, how alive do you feel after eating shit? I know how I feel. Like I feel shit. How shitty do you look? Yep, sugar is addictive. Um, um, it is bad. It's as bad as heroin. Um, Potato pastas, breads, all good, not healthy, but filling for a meal. You know what? I'm gonna push back on that, Ginge, because I think you'll find that if you had eggs, red meat, we'll get into it, avocado, vegetables, much better. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go. You'll feel fuller. Let me just check this. Okay, let's share this. I'm gonna show you something. Make sure you can see it. No, you can't because Buster, for goodness sake, just hold on a sec. Let's watch this. So this is maybe someone in chat can check. Maybe I don't know. Like it depends on your height, your weight. Sorry, your height, your level of activity, your age, sex, male, female. Like 1,024 cals is about 2/3 of the average woman, like average uh, daily intake if you want to maintain weight. I think I'm dragging this up out of there's so many contributing factors, but just watch this. This is what 1,024 calories looks like. You can choose either or either. Watch it again. That's kind of horrifying, right? How many people just grab a Starbucks something? P.S. Boycott Starbucks for political reasons. Um, I'm legit horrified by the number of people I see in that other world, that other free Karen Reid. Karen Reid world, the number of people who get Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks, Wendy's, just bullshit drinks. Like, wow, maybe when they hit 50, they'll understand how unsustainable that indulgence in terms of caloric intake is, without starting to look like a porky. And it's not just about vanity and not fitting your clothes anymore. Thank you, Ginge. 1,600 calories a day to maintain weight. So realistically, if you have one of those drinks, Gypsy. Well, okay, we're going to get into it, but so I'll just make sure that I want to just get through this. I'll stop with the commentary because I got a fair few clips and little threads to point out. Yeah, we got that insulin. Make sure you can see it. No, you can't because I haven't done this. Insulin and hormonal regulation, per experts like Dr. Jason Fung. It's Truth Teller explained obesity as insulin-driven fat storage problem. High carb diets keep insulin elevated. So carbs are sugar, potatoes, pasta, bread, and you guys, your bread in America is very concerning. Like we have concerning bread here too, but I only ever eat whole meal multigrain bread, lots of grains. So effectively, the more your body has to work to metabolize the food you take in, it's actually burning that energy, right? So highly processed foods like white bread, white pasta, sugars, junky shit, that's highly processed. They're not complex carbohydrates, right? White potatoes. Potatoes aren't as bad as, but in everything in moderation. You don't need them. If in the manufacturing process, obviously potatoes aren't manufactured, but you know what I mean. In the manufacturing process of that food, if that's already been highly processed, it's still got all the calories, but your body doesn't have to do any work to metabolize them. So they're what's called empty calories, right? So foods that are as close to, if not at, the natural state of the food, your body has to work really hard to metabolize that. So you're burning energy to get the energy from them. If you're eating highly processed foods or drinks with lots of calories, so sugar, alcohol, yeah, uh, sugar in your coffee, shitty junk food, you're getting the calories, but your body doesn't have to do anything to metabolize them. So they're empty calories, if that makes sense. He contrasted this with historical diets lower in refined carbs or highly processed food, where obesity was rare. So seed oils and industrial fats, this is a big one. Truth railed against polyunsaturated seed oils, canola, soy, corn. Like, don't eat margarine. Do not. Don't cook with canola oil or any seed oils. I've got graphics to show you on that, but this is the summary. As inflammatory and obesogenic, good word, claiming they disrupt metabolism and contribute to chronic disease more than saturated fats ever did. Facts, including cholesterol isn't bad for you, and we'll get there. Cholesterol has been demonized by way of an agenda for cha-ching the dollars, all right? Even breakfast. Oh my God. Like breakfast. Anyway. Lots of propaganda campaigns to serve the needs of, like, Stephanie's going to cry, like bacon, so not good. Pork, so bad for you. Oh my God. Anyway, my nose is dripping. I don't know why I haven't even cried. Hang on. Switching from butter to switching from butter to margarine is one of the biggest public health scams. Bingo. I haven't eaten margarine for probably a decade. It's fucking disgusting. So bad. Intermittent fasting and low carb solutions. I've been doing some fasts. I've been trying to push out the time between my food. I've been trying not to have breakfast. Like that's a lifelong habit to break, and you feel kind of better. It forces your body to use the energy there. The myths, the lies we've been told. Let me just check and see what you guys are doing. Margarine isn't, well, it's not plastic so much. Yes and no, but often it's made with seed oils. They're very bad. Big food and pharma. Big corporations engineer addictive, hyper-palatable foods, while pharma profits. Oh, I missed a spot. Fuck, of course I did. Wait. Intermittent fasting and low-carb solutions. As practical fixes, he, truth teller, advocates intermittent fasting to lower insulin and allow fat burning. Yes. Plus ketogenic or carnivore diets to stabilize blood sugar. Yes. Like my skin, my sleep patterns, like I'm completely unmedicated. I don't take anything. I just raw dog it, and I swear a lot of my relative coping, not always, I'm human. Doesn't help that I'm carrying the weight of the world of the survival of humanity on my shoulders at the moment. But here we are. I do think that even for 50, I look the way I look. I look all right. I feel all right, all things considered, minus the 3 days worth of diarrhea. What? Because of my very healthy, not perfect food intake. Lots of water. Big food and for yeah, I read that. Big food and pharma influence. Food corporations engineer addictive, hyperpalatable foods while pharma profits from obesity-related drugs like Ozempic. Ay, 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 ay. He saw GLP-1 agonists as band-aids, masking root causes rather than cures. Yes, it's all about the money. It's all a cyclical money that feeds into the pockets of big food, big pharma, big brands, big tech, all of it. It's all linked. Societal and cultural factors. Discussion touched on declining physical activity, screen time, sleep disruption, and stress as contributors. But he prioritized diet over exercise, saying you can't outrun a bad diet. I do concur, always. Even as a bodybuilder, I knew full well that it's about 20-80 exercise diet, or some say 70-30 exercise diet, in terms of how much of an impact it has on your health, wellness, and body weight, body fat. Genetics versus environment. While acknowledging genetic predispositions, he argued a rapid rise in obesity points overwhelmingly to environmental changes, not sudden genetic shifts. Health consequences. Beyond aesthetics, links to diabetes, heart disease, cancer, infertility, and reduced lifespan, warning that current trends could bankrupt healthcare systems. Personal responsibility versus systemic issues. He balanced calls for individual action, cut sugar, fasting regularly. I try to go these days. I'm trying to go 17 or 18 hours between dinner and my next food. I have water and a coffee, but no food. And in coffee, like black coffee, no thanks. Can't do black coffee. That's intense. But I use I don't have sugar, and we don't have creamer here. Whatever creamer is, gross. We have milk, either skim, low fat, or full cream. I actually prefer the texture and consistency of low fat or skim milk. It's not better for you. But I don't like in my coffee. I don't like the way it coats my mouth, but maybe I can get around that. We'll see. With criticism of misleading industry marketing and subsidized junk food. Then the summary says, Truth Teller addresses myths like fat makes you fat, and recommending sources like the Obesity Code. And then some of his quips, because fuck, he's a funny cunt. The average American is now fatter than the average pig, and pigs are bred to be fat. That's how bad our food system has become. Another one. Telling obese people to just eat less and move more is like telling alcoholics to drink less. It ignores the addiction and hormonal hijacking. And seed oils are the cigarette smoke of the diet world, pushed as healthy but poisoning generations. And like, think about, cocaine used to be in Coca-Cola. Doctors used to say that pregnant women should have a cigarette. It was good for them and the baby. It's all like people believe it. It's that appeal to authority, right? Appeal to authority, which is where someone in a white coat, someone in a position of perceived authority on any matter, we tend to trust them implicitly. And my suggestion to all of us, particularly the neurodivergents, like it's a characteristic of neurodivergence, to a fault even, to take people at face value and what they say to us as being truthful, because we would never lie. Why? What is the utility in being lied to? Well, now, money. So not trusting implicitly and doing your own research. But that's why I thought I'd crack open the door to this conversation for all of us. Low-fat diets made America fat. Thank the government for that genius idea. Big food got you hooked on sugar like a drug dealer, and now Big Pharma sells you the cure with shots. Follow the money. So that. Now, let me go here. What is Steve? Hi. What is a Vegemite sandwich? Wow. Hang on. Let me just what's my, oh, there's me. Hang on. BRB. Like Vegemite is literally the best stuff ever. This is Vegemite. I have Vegemite every day. I hadn't had it for a couple of days. Well, because I normally have it on my toast, but I haven't been having breakfast. Oh, so good. And then when I'm at work, I have it on my sandwich, cheese, lettuce, and Vegemite. It's also amazing with avocado. Basically, it's like a, oh God, now I'm going to disappear. I'm going to disappear into the green screen. Hi, Poppy. You can't have Vegemite. It's let me explain it to you. Poppy, please. It's a yeast extract. Is it a sauce? No, it's a spread. It's kind of like gloppier than you put it on. Spread. It's like I guess like kind of slick toothpaste. No, not like a jam. It's very salty. Steph, can you explain it for an American? Because Steph has a jar of Vegemite this size. I said it to her. That was a year ago now, man. You won that raffle a year ago. No, it's very salty. It's a savory spread. It's got vitamin B. It's got some Marmite is similar. Yeah, that's a good way of describing it. Similar to a beef stock cube. It good with lashings of butter. I'm a big fan of quite a lot of Vegemite, but some people just like a whisper on there. You can use it in cooking. There it is, spinster Nina. So Marmite is very similar. It's the same yeast extract, but Vegemite puts spices. What's the word? Oh my God. It's very good for you. I think it's got, so Marmite is it is kind of meaty. It's a umami. It's a umami taste. It looks a bit like molasses. Here, I should get a knife. Wait, hang on. BRB. Honestly, it's the best shit ever. Here. Can you see that? I guess it's like it's a bit like frosting consistency, I guess. Delicious. So good. Because I've been unwell for the last couple of days, like, oh, gross. And I hadn't had anything of real substance to eat. And then I had my Vegemite toast this morning for the first time in forever. And I was like, oh, sweet baby Jesus, I love you. So I mean, it's important. It's important news. We like going feral. It is New Year's Eve after all. Now, so I've got a little list. Let me make sure I want to go. So while we're talking about not Vegemite, well, we were, but we're moving on from Vegemite. Yep. Let me go rid of this one. Oh, no, I'll leave that. Okay. So, why? What happened there? Oh, I see. Did I X out of that? Wow. Why am I like this? Hold. I can't remember which one it is now. Sorry, it's my first day here. I think it's this one. No, that's seed oils. Hang on. I think it's this one. Okay, so fasting. Gotta make sure you can see it. Sorry about my squeaky chair. I'm such a professional. Shelley! I'm just scrolling. Good night, Hedda. Sorry I missed that. Good night. I love you. Happy New Year. Thank you for stopping by. Poppy, please. Now, so we're talking about fasting. So, And everyone can fast every day. After 13 years of research, Jason Fung discovered that fasting cures obesity. Well, no shit. Reverses type 2 diabetes and slashes the risk of heart disease. Here's his methodology. Buster. Step 1, start with a 16-8 fasting. So 16 hours no food, 8 hours of food. That's intermittent fasting, right? Oh God, my phone wasn't on charge. Yikes. It's fine. Pause. Fast for 16 hours, including sleep, and then eat within an 8-hour window. Example, last meal at 7, first meal at 11. I think that's what Gypsy, you said, something like that. I actually have my last meal a little bit earlier than that. I try to be about 6. Do this every day for at least 2 to 4 weeks. You're allowed to drink 0-calorie drinks like black coffee or tea during the hours you don't eat. This alone reversed type 2 diabetes in a lot of Dr. Fung's patients. Step 2, graduate to 24-hour fast. I actually did a 36-hour fast the other day. I'm not sure whether that's why I then had that upset tummy. I wasn't even hungry. I did have an avocado in the middle of it because I guess I was a little bit hungry, but so after 4 weeks, 16-8 fasting will feel easy. I mean, less, it already feels easy for me. You just do other stuff, have a drink of water. Fast dinner to dinner or lunch to lunch, and do this up to 2 to 3 times a week, but just once a week helps too. Drink water, tea, or bone broth. Now, before we go on any further, bone broth. So I've been making some big changes because I never want to go to a doctor again, and I haven't been in a long time. I refuse. I don't take my pets to vet either. It's unnecessary. It's just all a cash cow. But so I got this just off Amazon. That's beef bone broth with turmeric. Very good for you. And this is just plain beef bone broth. It's powder. You mix it with some hot water. And it's immune gut well-being. Collagen, zinc, and B vitamins. You can use it for bases in cooking if you like. I broke my 36-hour fast with some bone broth. Still wasn't hungry. And then I had a coffee. Still wasn't hungry. Finally had... Can't remember. Yeah, I wasn't well though. Gypsy says, I drink coffee all day. It's not great for you, but each to their own. It just creates a peak and trough crash cycle. But yes. Yes, Simi, that's good. Now, where were we? Bone broth, that just reminded me. Dr. Fung's patients average half a pound of fat loss per day of fasting. I've got about another 5 weeks of fasting to go. Last year, when I couldn't eat because I was so upset and distressed and traumatized by the beginning and height of the smear campaign, oh my God, I looked fantastic. So skinny. We'll get there again, minus the stress. So step 3, extended fasting, 2 to 7 days. For stubborn cases, 48 to 72-hour fasts monthly. Yikes. So the anecdotal stuff by the people in that little community it's a rather big community actually, who fast often and have done the 3-day fasts. The first day they say is tough. I'm not sure about that. And by the 3rd day, they say you have mental clarity, so much energy, like almost a hyperactive level of energy and mental clarity. which kind of feels counterintuitive, right? But for me personally, I'm very prone to migraines, and sometimes food is a trigger for like being hungry. But I'm wondering if, because I haven't had big migraines for a long time. I mean, I've had some. I've had a few in the last 12 months, stress related, not food related. I think now that I'm really changing up, really refining, I don't have any sugar. I wonder whether I'd still be as susceptible to migraines when I limit my fast when I fast. So, oh my god, guys. You can make your bone broth the old-fashioned way too. Yes, you absolutely can. Um, uh, Pasta. For me, at the moment, I'm going to go a lot of things. That are less labor intensive because I'm more likely to do it. Like I could have told myself I'd make a bone broth and like I never actually done it. So Simi says I've been exposed to COVID and never had a shot. I haven't been sick in so long. I really don't remember. I'm convinced that they make you sick to keep you coming. Big Pharma doesn't own me. Yeah. Facts. Simi. I don't know, like, can you guys please stop barking and being idiots? We're professionals. Seriously. I mean, if you're on Twitter and if you've got the right sort of algorithmic feed going, you might have realized that you might have seen, oh my goodness, all this inexplicable cancer and stroke and heart disease in people under 40 in the last 5 years. What could that be from? What? Like you don't need any. Yep. That well, it wasn't even an experiment. They knew exactly what they were doing with that. This is part of Bill Gates' plan. It's part of the great. It's 2030. That's why we've got to take back our autonomy. You don't need shots. You don't need to go to the doctor. You can change the trajectory of your life by making some really conscious but pretty simple choices with how you live your life. That not only impact on you personally, but don't we want to sock it to these motherfuckers who've like grand puppet masters have sat there rubbing their fucking hands together like these people are evil, right? I like I'm not giving them anything. I'm not giving them anything. So back to the fasting. But taking fasting to this level needs some precautions. Yeah, no thanks. Electrolytes, yes. Multivitamins. You shouldn't fast and take vitamins. You'll feel sick. But yes, medical supervision, bone broth for minerals. We're not doing full 7-day fasts. I mean, if you do, not medical advice. Wasn't my idea. Basta. Okay. You need to eliminate. What about his general diet? What about his general diet rules? You need to eliminate all sugar. Absolutely. Processed foods. Absolutely. Nothing in packets. Like I still have I have corn chips? What do you guys call them? Like Doritos. That I buy one bag of them a week. I'm going to try to not anymore because I like to have salsa. I could probably have it with crackers, just water crackers, not shitty, full of fat crackers. Don't drink soda. Don't drink diet soda. It's so bad for you. Artificial sweeteners are so bad for your gut, and they're carcinogenic. Aspartame is causes cancer. Replace them with healthy fats, meat, fish, eggs, and avocado, fruit and veg. Precaution, don't fast if you're under 18, pregnant or breastfeeding, underweight or malnourished, or taking insulin without medical supervision. The bottom line, Again, it's not medical advice. The bottom line, try fasting if you feel stuck with fat loss. Yes, I have been. And improving your health. Yes, it absolutely forces change in your body. Yes, I have. Shelley, wait. I have attached more evidence in the power of fasting below for subscribers. That's me. I'm a subscriber. Let me play this. Wait. We'll go back to the start. Go back to the start, you motherfucker. Okay.
The people say, "Wow, your metabolic rate's going to go down if you fast." No, the truth is actually the opposite. It goes up. When you don't eat, what happens in your body from a hormone standpoint
Stop.
is that your insulin's going to fall. You're going to allow your body.
Oh,
to
wait, you
start
can't see
using the
that.
calories that are
Fantastic.
in the body.
Hold. Maybe you can hear it, but you can't see it. God damn. Sorry, man. We'll start that again. And I'm going to let Buster out because I don't know why. It's barking, being a weirdo. Okay, try again.
The people say, "Wow, your metabolic rate's going to go down if you fast." No, the truth is actually the opposite. It goes up. When you don't eat, what happens in your body from a hormone standpoint is that your insulin's going to fall. You're going to allow your body to start using the calories that are in the body. At the same time, other hormones go up. So the sympathetic tone goes up, which is your fight or flight response. Your cortisol levels go up because, again, it's an activation, and your growth hormone goes up because those hormones are going to start telling your body to start pulling calories out. So you're actually activating yourself.
So this was tricky for me. Like, goodness gracious. I spent half an hour with them trying to console them and calm them. Poppy is inconsolable at the best of times last night with all the fireworks around. So what are we doing? What are we barking about? Now, I saw Gypsy mentioned about sauerkraut. BRB chat. Hi, I'm back. And I'll forget to go back to that screen before too, in a minute too. I've been putting this, it's beetroot and apple sauerkraut, but you can just get plain sauerkraut. This is just from Aldi, on top of my steak. So I cook steak in olive. I only cook with olive oil, sometimes avocado oil, but olive oil always. If you'd like an amazing recipe for dressing, don't use store-bought dressings. If you'd like an amazing recipe for, hang on, chat. Let me go back to this. For dressing, there's one in the cookbook, the Camp Shorty cookbook, hot box. Here, we'll go and look at it. Cookbook. This. Make sure you can see it. No, you can't. Excellent. Now you can. Yes. Huzzah. Let me see. We'll find it. Click for cookbook. Also, check out the cookbook, missshorty.com. It's the furthest right tab on the navigation bar up the top. I think it's in sources. Click. Tony P. Best salad dressing ever. So 6 parts balsamic vinegar, 6 parts red wine vinegar, or any apple cider vinegar, or you could just use balsamic. I've actually, in my most recent one, I poured in a big chunk of balsamic glaze, which is a bit sweet. 1 part of extra virgin olive oil. So it ends up being like this much olive oil to this much vinegar. Whatever your vinegars are, a teaspoon of whole grain mustard, a big teaspoon of minced garlic, a teaspoon of brown sugar, optional, particularly if you're using the balsamic glaze, a teaspoon of chili flakes, big old dose of ground pink Himalayan salt, even more ground black pepper. Put it in a bottle and mix that shit up. Pretty good. Oh, you can't see that. God damn. Why? Fuck. Sorry. Just me talking at the thing. There we go. This. that. That's it, Gypsy. So sauerkraut's good for you. Anything like things, and they add flavor. If you can add flavor to your food without, using store-bought shit. Nature's goodness. Nature's goodness. Now, let me go back to this. Hi. Now, let me go to my little list and I'll see you the next one. So, fasting. Why is it that? Why is it doing that? Here. Fasting. Here, let's watch this.
Why you don't hear about fasting is because nobody makes money with it. It's not no pills. Yeah, but it's really worth investigating. You fast, it take away the inflammation. I met a tribe of hunter-gatherer.
Oh yeah.
These guys, man, sometimes they spend 3-4 days without eating. And it's normal. They're used to it. And if you see their old people compared to our old people, they're much more healthier.
Oh,
they look much better. And the reason why people will tell me now, oh yeah, but they have a shorter life expectancy than us. Yes, it's because of a lot of the child die before the age of adulthood.
Oh, I see. So the numbers
They die
are
when
kinda,
they're young. Yeah. Why you don't hear about fasting is because nobody makes money with it. It's not.
So that good point, huh? So when you think about fasting and also like a caveman diet or a keto, red meat, like hunter-gatherers gathered grains and berries and leaf matter, but mostly they killed meat to survive. Like humankind wouldn't be still here if not for those hunter-gatherers lifestyle. And with everything that we know about the way the world, like food, what it's turned into, with this onslaught of shit, non-foods, it kind of makes sense to go back to basics, right? Now, I'm going to go into... All right. So, wait. So, breakfast sort of ties into fasting, right? I've been a huge advocate and sort of it's actually like said to people, oh no, you have to have breakfast. It kickstarts your metabolism. Well, that's awkward because I'm not sure about that now. And why did it suddenly become, and it was all of a sudden, that breakfast became the most important meal of the day? Well, follow the money. Let's have a look at
We made a research and found out the American public ate very light breakfast. We went to our physician, found that a heavy breakfast was sounder from the standpoint of health than a light breakfast. We carried out a letter to 5,000 physicians. Obviously, all of them concurred that a heavy breakfast was better than a light breakfast. That was publicized in the newspapers. As a result, the sale of bacon went up. We made a research.
Sorry, Stephanie. Bacon is delicious. Truth Seeker says, I usually fast between 16 and 18 hours every day. Yes. Same. Now, Steph, wait. Let me see. I think. Here we go. Before you go, Steph, the next time you're ordering food at a restaurant, then I'll come back to this breakfast thing. The next time you're ordering food at a restaurant, ask what kind of oil they're cooking with. Here's why. Recent studies are showing the alarming effects of consuming seed oils like canola, soybean, and sunflower oils. Like, why are they telling us? Why have they been telling us for the longest time that natural fats, animal fats, are bad when they're not? And that we should go with synthetic and seed oils instead. Like, you have to wonder, right? So these oils, commonly found in processed foods, have been linked to an increased risk of chronic diseases and health. In fact, some studies suggest that consuming seed oils could be even more harmful than smoking or drinking excessively. We've been led to believe that seed oils are the healthier option, but the truth is that they're highly processed and inflammatory. And actually, cancer and basically anything that someone dies from that is natural causes is linked to inflammation of either the cells or the organs, right? So why would we intake something into our bodies which causes inflammation that is highly processed? So remember, I spoke about highly processed foods. Your body has to do less to metabolize them. And so then we're going to have highly processed. So they've gone through a lot of processes, chemical processes and machine processes, to get to the state where they're stable for cooking and shit. But choosing healthier and also inflammatory. So choosing healthier fats. And sorry about my squeaking chair. I need to put some oil in it. And I'll put olive oil or avocado oil or a bit of butter. Choosing healthier fats like olive oil, avocado oil, and butter can make a significant difference in your long-term health. The next time you go to buy cooking oils, be sure to avoid seed oils and choose options that support your health. So the Grim Reaper. Shocking study shows seed oil consumption increases your risk of death more than being a smoker or a heavy drinker. Truth Seeker says the liver doesn't know what to do with these bad fats. You can use the canola oil, Lisa. I could use it on this chair, couldn't I? Fair. Alessi's girl, hi. Simi says, I use butter unless I'm deep frying. I use corn oil because I prefer the flavor. Yeah, I cook my steak in equal parts olive oil and butter. Oh, delicious. And then you know what? I used to like blot all the fat off and try to minimize, like get it all. Now I pour that, like the dripping from the pan over my salad. Like, yes, give me all the fat. Give me all the natural animal fats and good plant fats. Yes. So where were we? I've forgotten which tab I was on. That was that one about fasting. Let me see what's next. That's fasting. I'll get rid of those tabs. I might play this one again. Hang on. This is just a reminder of the calories because a few of you have joined since. But am I on the screen still? Yes, there we go. Well, let's play this one again. What does 1,024 calories look like? Wait. What are those? Ay. I don't know. I don't even like. I'm gonna every time. I'm gonna go. Love me some butter. The flavor of butter, same. Like my mother was highly eating disordered. Like I'm adopted because my adoptive mother, was so underweight that she didn't menstruate for 10 years. Wow. So, uh, but so I've had to navigate through, like I've swung between highly disordered eating myself and then sort of reckless abandon eating where I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to eat whatever I want because my childhood was very austere. There it is, a dash of red wine or white wine vinegar in every salad with olive oil is perfect. Correct. God, I'm so aware of my squeaking chair. I'm so sorry about that. Yes, it's just like if you want to like I like having that dressing I showed you all the recipe for my recipe in the fridge ready to go is because all you have to do is remember to take it out of the fridge. It probably doesn't even have to store in the fridge, but I think with the garlic and stuff, maybe I just store it there. Take it out about half an hour before, so the oil I was going to say cools down, comes to room temperature so it can shake up, and it's just a little bit more deliciously flavored. But if I'm haven't got some of that made, I will just do just a drizzle of oil and vinegar. Delish. Now, what was this? We'll get rid of that now because we've watched that. Sorry, walk and talk. That was the breakfast thing. Hang on. Okay, let me just check. So here's another. Oh no, let's do a few more on red meat. Actually, no, that's seed oils. We're still in seed oils territory. Let's try this. What did I do? Oh my god, why would I X'd out of it? Fuck. Walk and talk. Okay, so while we're talking about seed oils, let me make sure you can see it. You can. Now, shocking study shows seed oil consumption increases your risk of death more than being a smoker or heavy drinker. So that wasn't very enlightening. Wait, we already talked about that. Sorry, I have a big old list here. I think it's this one. Okay, this one. Oh, I might make myself smaller because there's a graph there. A graph. Hey. Oh, you can't see that, but I'm doing crazy shit with my box. The box on the screen. Okay. Most Americans are overloaded with linoleic acid, a toxic seed oil byproduct hiding in nearly everything. It drives inflammation, weight gain, and chronic disease. Now think back to, butter makes you fat. Red meat makes you fat. Fat makes you fat. It doesn't. What makes you fat is these synthesized and seed oils. Terrible. Know what you're cooking with. Make America healthy again. I'd love for you all to share this out. If you want to screenshot anything, or if you want me to send you the link to anything in particular. But so look at this. There's ghee, tallow, ghee butter, tallow. Coconut oil is good to cook with too. Butter, grass-fed, tallow. Making sure you can see. So they're in the green, right? They're the ones we can go with. Shelley says, my son uses ghee a lot. That's amazing. I have a friend who lives in Thailand. She cooks a lot with coconut oil. Coconut oil is amazing for your hair, by the way. Just slather it in. I haven't done it for a while, but I've got a big jar. You can get a big jar of coconut oil, which obviously solidifies most of the time unless it's extremely hot. You just scoop it out, warm it up in your hands, put it on your hair, put it on your face. So lard and palm oil, not great. Olive oil and avocado oil, good-ish, depending on the range. Better than these bastards in the red, right? So safflower oil, grapeseed oil, sunflower oil, corn oil, cottonseed oil, soybean oil, rice bran oil, peanut oil, and canola oil are all in the red. Canola oil is getting closer to being okay. But that, let me see. Wait, this commenter said, how are the lard numbers accurate? Also, where did duck fat and schmaltz fall? Good question. So that now, coconut oil is great for beards too. Yes. Hi, Solace Soliloquy. Yes. So good. Mother Nature knows where it's at, right? So let's see if we can wind it back to Mother Nature. Um, I'll probably never eat bacon again either. I know it's delicious, but those things are delicious to entice us to become addicted to them, and they're bad. It's hedonistic. I know it's delicious. I don't know, man. I don't want to be like virtue signaling about bacon because it is delicious. Bacon and McDonald's. Like, I love those things too. Everything in moderation. I'm better at all or nothing, frankly. I am like, if like once I crack open the door to anything, like my hyper focus is across the board. I'm like 0 or 100. So I find it better to do oh fuck, I just did it again. Full abstinence, or not at all. Let me go. Okay, wait. Sorry, I X'd out of that. Foolishly. Well, let me find the next thing. So we're talking about. Okay, so this is a good segue actually. Yes, it is a good segue. Here. Share screen. Sorry, it's my first day. So we were talking about grandma's breakfast, right? Simi said you'd love my grandma's breakfast. So your great grandmother ate butter, lard, beef tallow, whole milk, eggs, red meat. Making sure you can see it. Yep, but I'm in the wrong spot. At that point, obesity rate was 3%, diabetes rate was less than 1%, and heart disease was rare before the age of 70. Now, we, as a general society, no finger pointing, we eat seed oils, low-fat everything, egg whites only, eat the whole thing, skim milk, chicken breast, heart-healthy grains, and the obesity rate is 42%. Diabetes rate, 11.6%. Heart disease is the number one killer starting at age 45. But her diet was killing her and yours is healthy. The science says so. This commenter says, my grandmother ate oats. Got to be careful with oats. But yep, oats, gruel, dairy, some fish, eggs, vegetables, lots of sunflower oil. She was oh, there you go. She was unhealthy and died young. Yeah. Now, let me find another one. So, well, they said raw milk, right? Interesting thing about raw milk, and I don't think I've got the statistic, but I heard it just the other day. Oh, no, maybe it's here. Yeah, look, it's fantastic. Here's one I prepared earlier. So I don't know how I don't know how I'd cope with the consistency and the palatability of raw milk, and I'm not sure if it's even available. I live in suburbia, right? But raw milk killed 250,000 people last year. Oh, wait, wrong study. That was medical malpractice. Milk killed 5 people in the last 75 years. Why are they demonizing these things? I have definitely watched, and I don't think I've saved it. It's not in this thread or in this presentation. A study about, or maybe it was something I listened to, but about the politicking. Hi, peer high. Right, follow the science to our graves. The reason why, oh God, I fucking should have thought of this before I started talking, but you know me, I'm a professional. There was some politicking about raw milk, and it was to do with money. Pasteurization ruins milk, exactly. And it was to do with money, no shit. And basically different boards, like the pasteurization boards, wanted their chunk of the dollars. So they demonized raw milk, saying it was dangerous and people could die from it, which is all fucking bullshit. You know what we're dying from? All the stuff they're telling us we should be eating. Oh, oh my God. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And Pierre, don't worry about Pierre, do not worry about your recipe. I understand pathological demand avoidance altogether. But look, regardless, the cookbook is live. If you go to missshorty.com, you'll see the top tab in the top right corner of the missshorty.com thing. And there are, I think, 80 something recipes of our Camp Shorty Hotbox collab. Let's go to Steph's pet treats. You just can click. You can click forward. You can print any page you like. You can navigate back to, with this hot link here, back to the main thing. Pretty cool. Missshorty.com, far right navigation tab on the toolbar. You've had a look? Excellent. Excellent. Okay, now where were we? Back in the presentation. Raw milk seed oils. We've done that. Hey, so let's go to hang on, I had some tabs pulled up. Not that. What's this one? So not that. We've looked at that. Walk and talk chat. Okay. So here's, speaking of steak, here's one of the promo vids I did for Truth Tellers Late Night Truth Club. It's very late in the States, but handy, not that late for me here in Australia. Perfect time for me. Thanks, Truth Teller. This one's about cholesterol, which I think is a nice segue from what we've been talking about. So let me just make sure we've got it on the screen. Yeah, they used to cream from the dairy tastes so different. Just saying yes. I mean, Stoogie says, I grew up country with cooked breakfast, fat from the repurposed fat from ceramic jar. Yes, bring back the olden days, huh? Now, so like at the start of the live stream, I talked about how I create these using grok and the recording of Truth Tellers spaces, which are on basically every night. The majority of them are about unfiltered deep dives on all of the web of connections that link people, the chosen ones, from around the world to the Epstein connection. However, there have been, I think we're up to number 7 of Health is Wealth, which is where I plagiarized the title of this particular live stream, because it's the truth. If we can regain our autonomy and our health and our well-being and our sense of well-being and our enslavement, untangle our enslavement from big farm, big brands, big food, big tech, by being less fat, less sad, healthier, and less reliant on medications. So this is how we take back our autonomy, right? So cholesterol, the other big demon. Fuck. Mainstream narratives have demonized cholesterol for decades. This is one of the biggest medical scams. Lies pushed by the government, guidelines, big pharma, and food industries. They've turned a vital life-sustaining molecule into public enemy number 1, all to sell you foods, pills, and fake foods. So let me just make sure we're still good there. So this is on my ex. This is me. It's Miss Shorty. I make these. Historical context. Wait. So where did this come from? Where did this start? Sorry about the creaking chair. Fuck. Dismantling Ansel Keys' famous 7 countries study from the 1950s and 60s, Truth Teller explains how Keys cherry-picked data from 7 countries to prove saturated fat and cholesterol causes heart disease, ignoring dozens of others like France, where high fat intake correlates with low heart disease. The French paradox, like, what? They must just be a statistical anomaly. Or maybe they're the real deal. He calls Keys, so Truth Teller calls Keys a statistical charlatan whose graph looked convincing but was rigged. Ansel Keys wasn't a scientist. He was a salesman for the vegetable oil cartel. His study is the original fake news that birthed the low-fat era. There's follow the money. If they're telling us something and they're saying, look over here, do it this way, do this, everybody should do this, we have to ask questions. Cholesterol's essential role in the body. Cholesterol, Buster's stuck behind a blowing curtain that he feels he can't get past because he's a little pussy. Hang on. I'm back. Now, sorry about that. Cholesterol is not a toxin, but a hero substance. The body produces 85% of it. Parentheses, liver makes about 2,000 milligrams daily, with only 15% from diet, proving dietary cholesterol has minimal impact on blood levels. It's crucial for cell membrane structure, hormone production, parentheses, testosterone, estrogen, cortisol, and progesterone. So all those beta men out there, all those incel betas, no manly men, maybe because everybody's been trying to get their cholesterol level down for forever, could this be the woke bullshit? Because testosterone makes you manly, right? And virile. So could this all be linked in with the desire of those big, bad oligarchs, you know, the bad guys, wanting to reduce, Bill Gates et al., but long before, wanting to reduce the population. So if they tell us that not only, like, if they tell us that cholesterol is bad, to eat seed oils, that eating healthy is bad, and one of the byproducts of that false dichotomy, that false messaging, is that testosterone and estrogen levels decrease, also cortisol and progesterone, that then the population is going to be not only less virile and less fertile, but less kind of polarized in our male-female roles, which goes back to what we were talking about the other night. It does make you wonder, right? If there was more than just money at the heart of this propaganda campaign. It's so many birds with one cholesterol bad stone. Terrifying. So I'll get off my soapbox. Vitamin D synthesis, bile acids for digestion and brain function. The brain is 25% cholesterol. So you have also, if you're striving for low cholesterol levels, how's your brain function going to go? So less likely to be able to think for yourself. Am I right? Let me come back to chat and just check. My ex was a vegan. I mean, like, thoughts and prayers. My condolences. Were they also obnoxious? I grew up a mangina drinking soy. I mean, vegans are generally obnoxious anyway, right? Eat red meat. That's all I'm going to say. Without cholesterol, you'd be a blob of jelly. No hormones, no sex drive, no brain. Low cholesterol, this is a truth teller quote. Low cholesterol, say hello to depression, low libido, and foggy thinking. So everything I just said on my little TED Talk rant there in one quote, he says it's far better than I ever could. Myth busting. Cholesterol does not cause heart disease. Truth teller cites massive evidence showing no direct link between high cholesterol, even LDL, and atherosclerosis, yes, or heart attacks. Plaque in arteries is a repair response to inflammation and damage, not clogging from cholesterol floating around. Studies like the Framingham Heart Study showed people with higher cholesterol live longer. Low cholesterol, in other words, less than 160 to 180, correlates with higher all-cause mortality, cancer, infections, strokes, and mental health issues. So if you have a parent or a friend or a spouse who's taking cholesterol lowering medication or measures in their diet to reduce their cholesterol, like, show them this section of this live stream, because frankly, if they could reverse that, they could bring their cholesterol levels up to a healthy longevity level, and get off the medications, which is in America, I'm sure, a very high cost, even with insurance. Increase their quality of life, their mental clarity, their libido, their sex drive, if that's what they want, and their risk of cancer, all of the above. Like, let's eat avocado, let's eat the egg yolks, let's eat the red milk, let's eat the butter, let's eat the full cream milk, let's get rid of the processed food, let's bring our cholesterol levels up to a level that is going to increase our lifespan and our quality of life. It's win-win-win. Another quote from Truth Teller. The cholesterol heart disease hypothesis is the longest running con in medicine. If cholesterol clogged arteries like pipes, why don't veins clog? Because arteries under pressure get inflamed from sugar and seed oil. So the real culprits are polyunsaturated fats and seed oils. Truth hammers home that industrial seed oils, canola, soy, corn, sunflower, high in omega, with 6 polyunsaturated fats, oxidize easily, called endothelial damage, inflammation, and actual plaque formation. These replaced saturated fats, in brackets butter, lard, tallow, after Keyes, so Ansel Keys, the study that he did, influence led to 1977 dietary guidelines demonizing animal fats. Restaurants and fast food fry in these cheap oils. He references how PUFAs incorporate into cell membranes, so polyunsaturated fats, making them fragile and prone to oxidative stress. Another quote from Truth: seed oils are the silent killers hiding in your salad dressing and fried chicken. Saturated fats are stable like a rock. Polyunsaturated fats are like gasoline waiting for a spark. So statins, the biggest pharma scam. So he did an extensive rant on statins. Drugs that inhibit cholesterol production, sold as lifesavers, but with zero mortality benefit in most people, except secondary prevention in some high-risk cases. Side effects include muscle pain, diabetes risk, cognitive decline, liver damage, and CoQ10 depletion, causing fatigue and heart issues, ironically. Truth Teller notes how guidelines lowered normal thresholds from 300 to 200 and then lower to put millions on pills. The FDA admitted in 2015, no limit on dietary cholesterol is harmful. And then one final, I think this is a thread. Nope. One final quote from Truth Teller: statins don't save lives. They make billions for Pfizer while turning healthy people into patients. Your doctor pushes statins without inflammation mark. If your doctor pushes statins without inflammation markers, run. They're either ignorant or incentivized. Boom. Shelley says, Shelley says, my dad was on a statin for a short time. He hated how it made him feel. Yes. Yes. In the 90s. Yeah, I think that's probably the peak of it. Now, so that was that cholesterol summary. Walk and talk chat. I'm just checking the next post. Okay. So a massive global study covering 192 countries has just turned decades of dietary dogma on its head. The findings suggest that people with higher cholesterol levels actually live longer, a revelation that challenges everything we've been told about fats, heart health, and longevity. Rather than being a silent killer, cholesterol may play a protective role in the body. It's essential for building hormones, repairing cell membranes, and supporting brain function. The study found that in many populations, lower cholesterol was linked with higher rates of infectious disease, weakened immunity, and even greater risk of certain cancers. This doesn't mean cholesterol should be ignored. It still plays a complex role depending on genetics, lifestyle, and inflammation. But the idea that lower is always better no longer holds up across the globe. In a world flooded with health myths and one-size-fits-all advice, this research is a reminder that the truth is often far more layered. Sometimes what we fear most is actually a part of our body's secret to thriving. So they know all this, right? They know this. This is conscious and willful misleading of the Western world, driven by dollars for big farm and big foods, big brands, with the benefit of increasing mortality, risk of cancer, all of the above, making people less mentally clear, cognitively impaired, less masculine or feminine. It's bringing us all together to the middle of one big lump of betrothed, enslaved to finances and to forever debt and paying to like a hamster wheel, a rat race of never-ending bullshit. So we can step off that. Okay, so I got a little video here. Let me see.
The most consistent themes, they had good gluten control.
Longest living humans had high cholesterol levels.
That's right. That's what the Sweden study found. For example, the paper just
That's what she
published a
said.
year or so ago.
Wait.
Some of the most consistent themes, they had good glucose control and high cholesterol. I'm a great defender of cholesterol. It is a molecule of life, and it's so much depends on it. Mitochondria, for example. Mitochondria have to have a cholesterol molecule in them in order to work, like the very powerhouse of the cell. And the more you lower cholesterol through, say, drug interventions, the more you compromise the mitochondria. The sex hormones, all sex hormones are built on cholesterol. It's no surprise if someone takes a cholesterol-lowering medication, their sex hormones go down. This is why some men experience such terrible loss of libido, because he's becoming low testosterone because of the war on cholesterol.
But there's good and bad cholesterol, right?
Well, that's, as the story goes, yes, and yet I think that's overly simplified, where people will say LDL cholesterol is the bad cholesterol, and yet that gets included in these studies of longevity. So I think the good and bad aspect of it is not entirely fair or accurate. We need LDL, and LDL is just as much a component of the immune system. LDL actually helps the body fight infections, so it's also an unsung hero of immunity.
There is research suggesting that in very old age, high cholesterol levels do not always correlate with higher mortality, and in some studies may even be linked to longer life.
Interesting, huh? So makes you wonder about COVID. I mean, if everyone's got nicely reduced, everyone's striving for the last 40, 50 years to have the lowest cholesterol. If that affects our immunity, then whoo, a Western population, an entire, like billions of people around the world with reduced immunity, immune systems, and reduced cognitive ability. Ripe for the picking, huh? Ripe for the picking. Just going to get rid of a few of my tabs here. Yes. Walk and talk chat. What did I just do there? Fuck. Okay, I'll go back to my little list of manys. Okay. Got another video for us. Less talking, more listening. You can't see that.
What you guys don't know is that the moment if you tell people that they have to lower their cholesterol and we have a pill to do it and it will protect you from having heart disease, which everyone's being told this is
What am I doing? Wait.
What you guys don't know.
Sorry.
Is that the moment
Pause.
you start taking the statin,
Sorry, it's my first day. God damn. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Snort. Okay, this is a bit of a longer video. Oh, shut up. I don't know what I'm doing. Play.
If you tell people that they have to lower their cholesterol and we have a pill to do it and it will protect you from having heart disease, which everyone's being told this is hereditary, what you guys don't know is that the moment you start taking the statin drug itself lowers the amount of cholesterol your body can make no matter how much fat you're consuming. Right. And did you know at home, everybody, that cholesterol is the backbone required by your hormone glands in your body to make most of your hormones? I mean, you need cholesterol to make testosterone, men. And 6 months later, you're going to go to your medical doctor and tell them, look, doc, I'm glad my cholesterol numbers are better, but I just have no interest in sleeping with my wife. The MD says, oh, that's okay. You're in your 40s. This is normal for your age. It's a little blue pill to help you with that. When in fact, the cholesterol drug you started 6 months ago doesn't allow your body to now make testosterone because you need cholesterol to make testosterone. And said fat is bad for you, causes cholesterol to go up, which will cause you to have heart disease and increase your risk of that. Take this pill, you take that pill, now you lower your amount of cholesterol to offset the side effects of the statin drug and the low-fat diet that you're now on. Okay, that's one. Did you know serotonin, the hormone in every male and female's body, needs cholesterol to be made? Right. So now you can't make serotonin. Serotonin is your happy, feel-good hormone. Now you can't make it because you don't have cholesterol to make enough of it. What are you going to report to your medical doctor within 6 months to a year after starting your statin drug? You're going to tell them you're depressed, you're anxious, and guess what your MD's going to tell you? That's okay. This is normal. A lot of people experience this. A lot of people in my practice have this after 6 months of coming in here and getting their cholesterol checked. We put them on this. Antidepressants are still the #1 most prescribed drugs on the planet next to cholesterol drugs. Can't you see how that fits in? All right. So what happens when you tell the world?
What about that?
Eating so much salt? Well, your kidneys take all of your blood and they filter it into urine and they excrete all whatever it is that you don't need in the body. It removes all the excess water out of your body and cleanses the body. Your kidneys have cells inside of them to convert uric acid into urine and filter out your blood so you can urinate. Your kidneys can't even filter anything in your blood without sodium, potassium pumps. Salt. Okay, so these are called salt potassium pumps. Okay. Yeah. Well, your kidneys require salt to even work. Deprive the kidneys of salt, guess what happens to your kidney function? Do the pumps get better or worse? What do you think? And what happens when your body starts retaining water because your kidneys no longer can filter out urine out of your body? You attain it. Will the added water in your body put pressure on your blood vessels and on your heart, or reduce it?
Yeah, pressure.
It increases it. Increased water, increased pressure. If you increase pressure, what's going to happen to your blood pressure? Now, you're not eating salt and your blood pressure is going up. If you tell the whole society to restrict from the time you're born how much salt you consume, all of you, because you're mammals and designed the same way and all have salt potassium pumps in your kidneys, you all over time will produce high blood pressure. And your medical doctor's got to take your blood pressure and go, oh, your blood pressure's high. We got to actually give you a high blood pressure. And make sure you don't eat salt, Mary. The FDA in America says the maximum amount of salt every day that an American should consume is 2,300 milligrams a day. What does the American Heart Association say? That's in the same country. It says we do not agree with the FDA's salt amount. They believe it should be 1,100 milligrams a day. That's less than half of what the FDA says. How come they don't agree? The Tel Aviv University study in 2016, they published the lowest amount of salt a day that keeps your blood pressure normal, they found in their study, is 6,000 milligrams. It's 6,000 to 9,000. They even said as you get to 9,000
Sorry, that was
milligrams,
loud.
the results of blood pressure were better. What amount of salt is in every saline fluid bag in a hospital? Medical profession knows salt's bad for you. They tell you it's bad for you. An ambulance came to pick you up. Before you get to the hospital, you will have an IV drip of salt water going into your veins.
Yeah.
Before you even get there. Before a doctor walks in the room, does an EKG or ECG or any other testing on you, they're going to give you salt without question. They know you need salt. Now, why do they know you need salt?
Why do they know we need it? Yeah.
Because they know everybody on Earth is eating less salt than they.
Boom. Boom. So salt is not the bad guy. Walk and talk chat. I'm just finding. Speaking of important things. Magnesium. So a lot of this magnesium thread is it felt a little advertising-y. It felt a little spruiky, but I don't think there was any particular brand that was being spruiked. So we're okay with this.
Videos, you may have heard me bang. Did you know that a lack of magnesium in your diet might also be a factor in your chronic stress? And if you've seen any of my other health videos, you may have heard me bang the drum about how important magnesium is for health. So how does magnesium work to keep us calm and less stressed? It helps to regulate and balance stress hormones like cortisol. It helps to calm brain inflammation, which has been linked to anxiety and depression. It can also help to lower our blood pressure, which can be an issue in people with chronic stress. And unfortunately, when we're stressed, we tend to use up more magnesium in the body, and we excrete more magnesium in our urine. So we deplete our magnesium reserves much more quickly during stress, leaving us more susceptible to anxiety and less tolerant in stressful situations. So it kind of becomes a vicious cycle. Did you know that a lack of magnesium in your diet might...
Okay. So there's this guy. This is the OP. So if you get random muscle twitches out of nowhere, this is one of the earliest signs of magnesium deficiency. And I know a lot of neurodivergent folks, which is a lot of our community, have restless legs syndrome. A lot of twitches. Magnesium plays a critical role in neuromuscular transmission. When levels drop, your muscles misfire, causing spasms, tremors, and often eyelid jerks. It only gets weirder from here.
I'd be thinking about magnesium. And magnesium How do you know if you have magnesium deficiency? Well, I call magnesium the relaxation mineral. Basically, anything that twitches, spasms, cramps, or is irritable in your body is likely in full or in part related to inadequate magnesium levels. Things like heart palpitations, anxiety, depression, insomnia, blood sugar issues, irritability, aggressiveness, PMS, menstrual cramps, muscle spasms, tinnitus, chronic pain, muscle weakness, kidney stones, high blood pressure, headaches, hearing loss are related to low magnesium levels. So if you have any of these symptoms, you got to be thinking about magnesium. And magnesium is involved in over 600 enzymatic reactions in your body. It basically influences every single one of our biological systems, which is why it can cause symptoms all over the place. How do you know?
Thanks, sir. Now, we watched that one. So you're always tired, even when you sleep lots. Mitochondria, in brackets, your energy factories, require magnesium to function. No magnesium equals no ATP, your body's energy currency. ATP is what the brain and the body creates when it's metabolizing food and burning energy, right? It is your energy. It's a bit sciencey, but ATP fuels your body, and it's what your body uses, if that makes sense.
But if it doesn't have one molecule of
Wait.
magnesium for every
Sorry,
molecule of
sorry.
ATP,
Which of it all? Go back.
Magnesium is needed to keep the proton gradient so that the battery of the cell can produce the ATP and not render the cell too acidic. Magnesium is essential to make ATP work. You can have all the pro-ATP, but if it doesn't have one molecule of magnesium for every molecule of ATP, the ATP doesn't work.
So here's another one. PMS. So for the ladies or for the men with a lady, PMS symptoms hit harder if you're low in magnesium. Mood swings, cramps, bloating, cravings, and anxiety worsen when magnesium is low. It helps regulate estrogen, serotonin, and smooth muscle tension. Magnesium plus B6 is one of the most studied combos for PMS relief. So let's watch.
Glycinate. Here's how to prevent extreme PMS symptoms. Magnesium, magnesium, magnesium. So our uterus is a muscle, and right before it starts cramping and shedding its lining, which is what your period is, your increased needs for magnesium are present. And if you do not increase your magnesium, what ends up happening is you have to deal with a lot of those symptoms like anger, irritability, bloating, cramping, weepiness. So just by taking magnesium glycinate all the time, not just around your cycle, but then increasing it around your cycle to 2 times a day instead of 1 time daily, you could see a huge difference. They also make Epsom salts, which are magnesium salt. Take baths with those around your cycle. Here's how to prevent.
Pause. Good to see you, girl. It's late where you are. Okay, so unexpected cramps, especially in the calves, feet, or even at night. Oh, the worst calf cramps. I get them when I've been sitting at my little chair here, which is my place that I
cramping in your calves.
I don't ever sit on my couch ever. I'm either standing or sitting here, and it's crampy on my legs. And I know when I've sat too much in the day because crippling nighttime cramp.
Middle of the night can be a sign you're deficient in magnesium. Magnesium helps your muscles to relax after every single contraction. If you're low in magnesium, calcium can build up in your muscles, making them hyperexcitable, and that buildup can then lead to cramping and muscle spasms, especially for people who are already deficient in magnesium. So if you're dealing with cramping, take a look at your diet and see if you're eating foods that are rich in magnesium, because the fix to your cramping could be as simple as getting more magnesium.
So a lot of these people were talking about a supplement, right? Also, this is interesting. When my diet was particularly bad, right? When I was not working, very depressed and poverty stricken, and my diet was horrendous. And I used to get really weird heart flutters and thundering. I honestly thought I was going to die of a heart attack. And now I wonder, I thought it was stress related. It probably was a little bit, but quite possibly magnesium related because my diet was no good. So they're talking about gummies and all sorts of shit, but surely Mother Nature can do it for us. Yes. Prefer food first? Yes, always. Although Gypsy said she has a magnesium spray, which I like the sound of. Here are some of the richest natural sources of magnesium: spinach, yum; avocados, yum. I eat an avocado every day. Pumpkin seeds, black beans, dark chocolate. And dark chocolate's got the best of everything, the least sugar, the least everything best. Mackerel, whole grains, Still, most people fall short through diet alone, especially under stress. Oh, look, there's also a baked potato and skin. There you go. Yes, always the skin. Just below the skin on any fruit or vegetable is where the bulk of the nutrients, the beneficial things, live. So if you peel your fruit or your vegetables, like you don't need to peel carrots ever. You don't need to peel any of it. Eat the lot. It's so much better for you. But so green herbs, leafy greens, avocado, flaxseed, sunflower seeds, pumpkin seed, edamame. I can't say that word. It's like macrame chameleon. I'm like, I can't. Brazil nuts, almonds, yum. I'm hungry now. So let me just make sure. Fucking ads. I used to have Twitter that was $80 a month. Scrub, no peel. I used to have $80 a month Twitter. It was glorious because there was no ads, but it was also $80 a month. We've wound that back to a $16 a month and suffer the ads. Fuck. Okay. Now, hey, let's have a song break. Ms. Stephanie blah 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 we'll be back straight away, but Miss Stephanie blah 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 was hoping against hope to hear Wizard of Oz, and I played with your emotions, girl, and I'm sorry about that. So how about we do it now? So we'll be back in after a couple of minutes. Enjoy the Wizard of Oz.
Evanescent slope of grief starts high and then ends low. Smoke and mirrors alibi eventually devours you. A black hole, an abysmal vacuity. Fall in love with yourself, it's an oceanic feeling. Symbiosis, retrofusion. Wizard of Oz replete with delusion. Nothing is real, nothing is there. Holding up a mirror. Separation filled with fear. Vulnerable, insurmountable. Nothing to see. A black hole, an abysmal vacuity. Fall in love with yourself, it's an oceanic feeling. Symbiosis, retrofusion. Wizard of Oz replete with delusion. Pattern, latitude, ostensible platitude. The learning and the yearning, rejuvenation burning. Eviscerate your sense of self, future horizon dawn. A black hole, an abysmal vacuity. Fall in love with yourself, it's an oceanic feeling. Symbiosis, retrofusion. Wizard of Oz replete with delusion. Lived it, slept in it, falling into you. Yes, no, who, me, you and you and you. Talked it, walked in it, the bullshit, the free fall. Eyes wide open, eyes wide shut, obliterate and thrall. But no more
I always forget how good that one is. Bloody good, as we would say in Australia. Okay, we're back. We're back. Now, what do we talk about? Magnesium. Let's talk about... Wait. Good God. I forgot all the steps. No. Why? Why you do this to me? Oh, it is Truth Teller. Walk and talk chat. There we go. Here we go. Silly me. So garlic, so important. So important to have garlic. It's so good for your immune system. So good for you. It kills bacteria. So here's another way to deal with common infections and bacteria. The power of garlic. Garlic kills 14 types of bacteria and 13 types of infections. Give me a hello to know that you're reading me. Hi, Truth Teller. The number of times I hit like on his stuff, he is so suppressed. So much valuable information. Let me see. Okay. Add onions to your garlic and you've got an even more potent remedy. A 9th century treatment using onion and garlic successfully killed 90% of antibiotic-resistant MRSA bacteria in laboratory studies. Well, what do you know? What do you know? So next time you're feeling sick, don't worry about your breath. Make something that's loaded with garlic and onions. Simi says, we grow garlic. Yes. I mean, Mediterranean cooking, Italian cooking is full. Sorry about the creaky chair. Oh, I'm so aware of it now. It's the creaky chair, squeaky chair is the new sniffing or nose whistle. 2026. We're seeing in 2026 with the squeaky chair. Okay, so there's more in this thread. So sweet tooth, we talked about dark chocolate before in terms of it being rich with magnesium. So dark chocolate at 70%, must be 70% or higher. It's not as sweet, obviously, because it's got far less sugar in it. Like milk chocolate, milk chocolate and white chocolate is junk. Tastes great. It's junk. But dark chocolate has been connected with a host of positive physical health benefits. It is with better cardiovascular health, for example. It is with there's a typo. Thanks to the way it improves blood pressure and helps protect blood vessels. Here are the other benefits. Make sure you can see that. I don't know if it's better. Yes, makes vampires run for the hills. Yeah, you know what vampires look a lot like? Huh. And behave like leeches, blood-sucking leeches. I can't read that. I'll have to get close. So dark chocolate controls blood pressure, boosts the mood, cures anemia, protects from UV rays. And we'll go to a UV ray thing next. Controls hair loss, improves memory, boosts your metabolism, improves eyesight, fights wrinkles, and prevents scalp infections. Heads to Aldi to buy some 70% dark chocolate. Yes. Now, vegans. Yes, Simi. Mama Simi knows what it is. She knows where it's at. Now, let's go to vitamin D. In my notes, it says vitamin and then like 5 capital Ds. I wanted to emphasize the vitamin D in my rememberings. So vitamin D deficiency, and I think Pierre mentioned before that you all Northern Hemisphere folks, but even also us here in the Southern Hemisphere during winter, during the shortest days of the year, vitamin D deficiency is a real problem. vitamin D deficiency is important for your immune system and more. It can lead to a variety of health issues listed below. And cholesterol deficiency leads to reduced vitamin D production. So if you are reducing your cholesterol on the orders of your your doctor, to prevent heart disease, you're also less able to produce and absorb vitamin D. So then you're going to feel more depressed. So then you're going to need to take cholesterol lowering medication, pish posh, take a vitamin D supplement, and you're probably going to need antidepressants. So, symptoms of vitamin D deficiency: fatigue and tiredness, bone and back pain, muscle weakness, aches or cramps, impaired wound healing, hair loss, and bone fractures or brittle bones. So, here we go. Was there a cheap and over-the-counter alternative to counter COVID and reduce the impact of symptoms, including death, caused by the man-made virus? Yes. Created by the NIH EcoHealth sponsored lab in Wuhan. Yeah. So vitamin D, 80% reduction in the need for ICU and 60% reduction in deaths simply by giving a very cheap and safe therapy, calcividiol or activated vitamin D. Well, we won't go down that rabbit hole today. Convid. What are 9 signs? We did that already. So yes, fatigue, weak immunity, hair loss, bone and joint pain, muscle weakness, depression, slow wound healing, high blood pressure. Oh, so if you take cholesterol, statins, and also diet, in terms of your diet, strive to reduce your cholesterol, then you're going to have a reduced natural production of vitamin D. If you live in a place where 6 months of the year are very, far less sunlight than you'll need, so you're prone to seasonal affective disorder, which I'm sure is linked to vitamin D production. You're also going to have high blood pressure, more than likely. So then what? We're going to have to take blood pressure reducing drugs. Money, money, money. So there's more on cholesterol. We've gone through that. You right, Bessie? Now, so speaking of vitamin D, sunscreen. Now, I'm going to preface this with saying, yes, 15 minutes of sun a day will help keep you healthy as a horse. So sorry about the squeaking chair. Oh my God, I'm fixing it after. I'll forget. And particularly they say that 15 minutes of sun on the back of your neck absolutely increases your general overall feelings of well-being and positivity about your life. So sun on your skin, yes, but back of your neck, extra good. God, that chair, I can't with the chair. Fuck. So if you work like I do, I work out in the sun all day long. I hate it. I'm so sorry. I can't, I'm hyper focusing on the chair and I'm such a squirmer. Like I move around in my chair all the time. So I'm an Anglo-Saxon pale skin, although I fake tan. No, I tan very well, but I have to wear some sunscreen. Otherwise I'm painfully sunburnt, even though I wear a hat. They suggest that you shouldn't wear sunglasses because it blocks the vitamin D. But sunscreen is like, how about I don't talk about it? How about I just show you this instead.
Of sunscreen in 1940, melanoma has increased by over 200%. Everyone is spraying these toxic sunscreen sprays all over their body. I have this brand right here, Banana Boat. This stuff is full of isobutanes, fragrances, and different type of benzoates. That's basically petroleum. This stuff derives straight from fossil fuels. And you're spraying it all over your body because it's easy, it's convenient, and you think that it's protecting you from the sun. But what it's really doing is putting all types of toxins and chemicals all over your body. It's disrupting your endocrine system.
Sorry, not a professional, firmly established. Fuck.
According to the National Cancer Institute, since the introduction of sunscreen in 1940, melanoma has increased by over 200%. Everyone is spraying these toxic sunscreen sprays all over their body. I have this brand right here, Banana Boat. This stuff is full of isobutanes, fragrances, and different type of benzoates. That's basically petroleum. This stuff derives straight from fossil fuels. And you're spraying it all over your body because it's easy, it's convenient, and you think that it's protecting you from the sun. But what it's really doing is putting all types of toxins and chemicals all over your body. It's disrupting your endocrine system, and it's preventing you from absorbing the sun properly. It's actually frying your skin. Isobutane is made from butane. That's what's inside my lighter. That's what's inside this Banana Boat sunscreen right here. It's getting all over your skin, your largest organ. And this is not limited to just the Banana Boat brand. There's many other brands that use the same toxic ingredients, full of isobutanes, full of fragrances, full of benzoates, and other toxic ingredients that you're spraying all over your body out of convenience. But the reality is, it's killing you slowly.
I mean, everything that has been pitched to us as convenient, you got to wonder. Smartphones, so convenient. And now we're addicted. I use sunscreen that's just on my face because my face gets so burnt and painfully hot. I'm sure there are better options. Definitely don't go with anything aerosol if you can help it. I realized the irony of me vaping in a Health is Wealth stream. It's not lost on me. It's my vice. Let me have it. Let me have it. So here we go. Sunburn is caused by high amounts of seed oils in your skin. Let's watch this one. Wait.
For you. It's only bad for you. Sunburn doesn't exist. It's caused by high amounts of seed oils in your skin.
I'm
When
not
there
sure
is
about
seed
this.
oils within your skin tissue, the sun's rays boil it, and this causes your skin to become burnt. The sun is not bad for you. It's only bad for you if your body is unhealthy. Seed oils cause inflammation.
So that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Let me just make sure there's nothing else here. We literally apply cancer-causing chemicals to our skin to block UV rays that stimulates melanogenesis, which normally protects, excuse me, us from skin cancer. A double negative effect. There it is. Health is wealth. They're good for you. All cancers have exploded. Where is all the Cancer Society money going? Another rabbit hole. Do you know all the things that were created in 1913 or 1912? The Federal Reserve Bank, the IRS, Cancer Society, the Titanic sank in 1912. Think of all of the money that, yes, Pierre. Think of all the money that, I mean, we have the same usury system here in Australia. It's worldwide. The Federal Reserve is global. You know, the Titanic sank. It wasn't even the Titanic, for the record, for insurance money, and 3 people who were on the Titanic were actually the main detractors from the instituting of the Federal Reserve Bank and IRS. JP Morgan wasn't on the boat. Interesting, huh? Oh my God. That's my whole life now. I'm trying to draw the web of random little snippets the little conspiracy theories. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm a conspiracy realist. We have to save humanity, for goodness sake. Oh, Pierre, 911 parallels. Yeah, girl. Have you watched my 911 live from the other night? I think it was about a week ago. You should see all the comments that YouTube was holding back from me, the creator. Innocuous, nothing hateful, nothing. And then our stream, the next stream from that trilogy, we're going to do the last one, Zionism Project. But the trilogy, the next one got shut down midway through the stream. Yeah, just join the dots. They make a big joke. Now, what was I going to say? Brain. But yes, Piers, send me a photo of your pup, and I will absolutely. You will now. It was minimal commentary. Basically, walk and talk chat. Basically, a very good friend of mine has a channel, and he has a lot of this red pill, J pill stuff, just historical facts, the suppressed stuff, and he has a lot of playlists. The channel is called, here, I'll drop the channel, and he has a particular playlist called the Zionist Project. So I watched it and I'm like, this would be perfect to bridge the gap, or to step over the bridge with my beautiful true crime normie shorties. I know you're not all, you know what I mean, to open that conversation. So so I did, and I vowed to not necessarily do much commentary because I didn't want it to be colored by my opinion. And so mostly it was just me talking. No, sorry, me not talking. Weird. I know, doesn't happen often. And we just watched the thing, and the sensors, the Unit 8200, not happy with my decision to there was like 17 people in chat max, tiny there. My whole channel is fully suppressed now. Yeah, so here, let me just drop, this is the channel. If you are interested in more of this stuff, I have a feeling we actually got shut down. We got shut down the other night in the Hollywood one. I actually think that second thing we watched was copyright stricken. I don't think that was a censor thing. I think that was a copyright thing, which is weird. There was no warnings. They just shut the whole stream down and we went to Kick instead. So we're still going to do the third part. Might do it next weekend though. We'll see. I've spent a lot of time being black-pilled and lying in bed, not crying, but moping. And one has to get oneself out of that. So I'm not sure about this one, but hang on. I think I went off the screen. I'm not sure about this one because somebody said, nah, but animals have fur. But also when you think about it, how could sun actually cause skin cancer? Like, honestly, let's do it.
It almost seems like the sun does not cause skin cancer. If the sun caused skin cancer, every animal in the wild would have it. Everyone would have had it 100 years ago when they worked outside in the sun. Hunter-gatherer tribes who literally live outside in the sun would have it. Plus, the majority of people who have or have had skin cancer today avoid the sun or cover their skin in toxic sunscreen. Unironically, office workers who spend their lives indoors have higher skin cancer rates than construction workers who work outside in the sun. It seems like unhealthy lifestyles and toxic sunscreen cause skin cancer, not the sun. But of course, still listen to mainstream medical doctors and sunscreen companies that clearly have your best interest at heart, and definitely don't profit from you getting skin cancer or fearing the sun.
One's in the chat if you think he's autistic. One. Oh, then the readers added context. Community note. Most animals have protective coverings. Gee, I wonder who funds this one. Such as fur, feathers, or scales. These reduce UV radiation reaching the skin. Human skin is directly exposed to UV radiation, increasing the risk of damage over time. However, animal parts that are not covered are also at risk. This is true. I'm not going to rate that, though. I'm not going to give him the satisfaction. Oh, look, the ad hominem. You're making yourself look like an idiot by continuing to use the word literally incorrectly. Why are you so dead set upon doing that? I mean, verbal tics. People get in habits. And he's a what is that? What is he? Is that Gen Z? I don't even know. Millennial. Fuck. Little kid. He's a kid. He's a baby. Okay. Now, back to my little list. Here we go. Skin cancer. Yes, Simi is supposed to get a notification. When we did that, it was a long time ago now, like a year and a half ago, and I pushed the boundaries of playing. Was it Night of the Nor'easter? Yes, Night of the Nor'easter. Dateline, 2020. Can't remember the Karen Reid, one of the Karen Reid documentaries, and we got a warning. And I'm like, yeah, fuck it. Let's keep going. I got warnings, email warnings. I got nothing with this one, which is so random. Anyway, all good. Now, so 2 landmark studies encompassing 8.7 million people found that the COVID-19 vaccine increased your risk of 7 major cancers. Sorry, this isn't Sun. Breast cancer, increased risk to 54%. Bladder cancer, 62%. Lung cancer, 53%. Prostate cancer, 69%. Good number. Thyroid, 35%. Gastric, is that gastro? Anyway, 34%. And colon cancer, colorectal. Ooh, that's a bad word. 35%.
Cancers were increased, very rare cancers. So this is an absolute disaster, and it corroborates all the experimental evidence. It's now confirmed that these shots have unleashed a turbo cancer epidemic. The data sets corroborate, and we can now explain it with the gene expression chaos we are seeing as documented in our other studies, as well as the genomic integration we are seeing in stage 4 cancer patients. This is a disaster. This has to be acknowledged immediately.
Muted. There are ways to reverse or reduce clot shot damage, vaccine injury, right? Yes. We got there, Poke. Yes. You know me, it wouldn't be a shorty stream without at least one of those. I think I've done quite well so far. Plenty of times where I haven't been on the right screen, but that's cool too. Now, so you can undo some of the damage and reverse the damage if you have. I had one COVID shot because I was wanting to move from the most locked down state in the world, city in the world, Melbourne, to South Australia, and one of the requirements was to have the vaccine. So I did it. I wouldn't have otherwise. I didn't comply to any of the we couldn't drive 5 kilometers out of our radius from our home. Okay, we were supposed to be inside by 8 p.m. Okay, like as in our homes, whatever. The shit they did after 9, you would not believe it. I saw a lot of it. Anyway, I digress. So some way there, fasting. We've spoken about fasting. Fasting helps heal your body, right? Including reversing vaccine injury. Another thing is DSMO. And we spoke about DSMO when? Recently? Solace says, I saved my daughter's life with colloidal silver. Yes, I've heard about silver. Also, frankincense is another one. There's some things, but DSMO. So Oh, it's gone. It's gone and frozen itself because I've had it in the fridge. Probably unnecessary. I guess I'll leave it out of the fridge. So this is DSMO. Wait. It can heal. It's supposed to be liquid. I guess it doesn't live in the fridge. One will thaw it. It says poison. Lol. Okay, sure. Dimethyl sulfoxide. Speaking of smelling like garlic, if you like, you can use DSMO, and I have been, on your face after your shower. You just put a bit on a cotton bud and wipe it on your face. It's a byproduct, I think, of making cardboard. The things that DSMO, excuse me, can help with, in addition to reversing and reducing vaccine injury, and not just COVID vaccine, but all of them. Don't get a flu shot. Please don't get a flu shot. Dementia, strokes, Alzheimer's, cancer, stage 4 cancer, like not medical advice, chronic pain, chronic fatigue. And also, wait. This, I can't believe it's frozen in the fridge. It kind of makes sense. Don't keep it in the fridge. I hope it didn't destroy it. That bottle it's a litre, 33 fluid ounces, was like 79 Australian, about 54 US. So also, what's it called? Molecular, it's here. Keep reading, Lisa. So eyesight issues. Okay.
The DMSO has definitely improved the sight in an eye which was blind for 75 years, which I find to be unbelievable. But when I was 5, 6 years old, it became clear to me, and my parents had noticed a lot earlier, that one of my eyes was non-functional. So this went on for some time. I visited specialists, and eventually when I was 10 years old, they operated on my eye to remove cataracts. And in those days, they just removed the lens from my eye. So that cleared the cataract, but obviously at that point I was blind, so it didn't matter what they did. I was unable to see very much, basically a little bit of light and dark, all black, and shapes only, and
so let me just pause and say, so this 75-year-old who'd been blind since birth suddenly regained his sight after using DSMO to cure sinusitis. DSMO has been repeatedly shown to heal eye issues medicine still can't solve, like blindness and macular degeneration, along with eliminating floaters and cataracts. A lot of neurodivergent, sorry, my brain. A lot of neurodivergent folks have floaters, that weird shit in their eyes. Hi, I also do. So this is a miracle cure that has been deemed a poison. Well, gee, I wonder why. A cheap miracle cure, like when you have you can mix it. I've been mixing it in my water in the morning, just like half a teaspoon. If you have more than about a teaspoon, you start to smell like garlic, and if it's got a garlic smell. And when I do before bed, and I wash my face just with water and a washcloth, and then get a cotton pad, like those makeup, just cotton, those ones, whatever they're called. And damp it off, and then just tip a little bit of DSMO onto the pad. It goes hot, like warm straight away, and wipe it on my face. It smells like garlic as well, but my skin already feels so much softer and more beautiful. But there's so much. So DSMO has been repeatedly shown to heal eye issues medicine still can't solve, like blindness, macular degeneration, along with eliminating floaters and cataracts, by its unique affinity for concentrating within the eye, restoring both blood flow and drainage, rapidly eliminating inflammation, refolding the degenerative proteins which characterize many eye disorders so they can be eliminated, and reviving damaged tissue so it can resume working, even after being dormant for 75 years. So here we go. How DSMO cures cataracts and floaters, macular degeneration, dry eyes and eye strain, better than Visine, glaucoma and blindness and I don't know how to say that, nearsightedness. Bush. Who decided it was a good idea to do a stream where she has to say words she doesn't know? Blepharitis and styes. Oh, styes. Interesting. I used to get styes all the time as a child, as a teenager. Fuck. It was the worst. So here's the testimonial. Thank you for your extensive DSMO research and posts. I am 2 months in using 99% pharmaceutical grade DSMO. I wonder what this is. Don't know. Can't see. It's just poison. Just poison. Do not go near DSMO. I felt like I had nothing to lose since my vision in one eye was reduced to blurs. I haven't been able to read letters in over 2 years with that eye. This week, I can now begin to see specific letter and numbers on my computer and the television screen. I am still amazed that this is real. So this is not medical advice, but if you have someone in your life, your family or yourself who has particularly bad vision, vaccine injured, chronic pain and fatigue, look into DSMO. They don't want us to know about this, and it's cheap and effective. So here we go. This is the hot take. The forgotten cure narrative often ignores a simple truth. If a treatment is safe and universally effective, the medical world races to adopt it. Without large-scale clinical research, what works for one person could be dangerous for another. Please don't act blindly based on anecdotes. Your health is too precious. Always prioritize the advice of professional doctors over social media claims. This is a really good follow, Midwestern Doctor, not that dickhead. I guess that person is out there fighting the propaganda fight, one reply at a time. Here's someone, arthritis. I've purchased DSMO from Amazon for an arthritic knee that was in constant pain. I used the cream liquid and my favorite on a roller. I applied it to my knee twice a day for about 2 weeks. All inflammation is gone. Pain-free most days. If pain comes back, a few days on DSMO and pain gone again. Awesome stuff. It works. Excuse me. So that's a good follow if you're on Twitter, the Midwestern Doc. See that? Midwestern Doctor, Midwestern Doc. He's got some good stuff. Now, Pia has sent me photos. Oh, Pia. This is autumn. What a beautiful papa. How old? How old? How old is Autumn? Oh, puppies suck, but you know, only because it's a long haul to the 9-month stage where they stop sucking. Cute, but you know, they piss everywhere. And then wait. And Raven. Oh, beautiful friends. I love 8 months. I see you're only another month from the end being in sight, depending on the breed. What sort of breed is Autumn? Oh, beautiful. Thank you for sharing. It's that 9-month mark. You get to 9 months and you're like, what the fuck? Did I get a puppy? Fuck my life. Puppies suck. And then suddenly you're like, oh my God, I love you. You're amazing. No problems. No problems. So look into DSMO if you have any, like there is so much. Alzheimer's, not medical advice, but don't trust doctors. Do your own research. There's got to be, if it's cheap and effective and people are telling anecdotal stories and it's not dangerous, why not? Now, let me check this. I'm getting to the sort of the end of my list. Thank you all for being here. Okay, so this is good segue by me. It's almost like I'm an expert. So this chap, I worked at Pfizer for 17 years. We didn't discover drugs, we discovered markets. If a drug cured asthma in 3 days, we'd kill it. Chronic disease is where the money is. Cures are bad for business. Peter Rost. Huh. So AstraZeneca, Pfizer, Moderna, Sputnik. Look at all those stars. Ha! Leif Johansson, Albert Bourla, Stefan Bancel. There's a bit of a pattern, isn't there? There is a bit of a pattern. Oh, we can name them. Imagine that! Like, care? That's anti-Semitic. Facts are definitely anti-Semitic. Not even sorry. I'm just going to get rid of a few of these tabs to save my hotspot because I still don't have Wi-Fi. I can't be bothered with it. Fuck. I just don't have the headspace. I've got the humanity to save. I don't care about Wi-Fi. Walk and talk. KKKKK. Right. All right. I've got rid of a bunch of tabs. Theoretically, my brain has more clarity. Here, let me show you. All of you, y'all, I know the people who love their junk food have all left. And that's fine. I can lead a horse to water that hasn't got fluoride in it, but I can't make you not drink, if you know what I mean. Where is this? Okay. Here we go. Here. Let's be horrified. Let me just make sure you can see this. Correct. And
It's in Logan, Utah. There's the July 7th, 1999. I bought a hamburger, McDonald's hamburger. I think it was 79 cents in Logan, Utah. There's the sack that it came in. That was the wrapper it was in. And that's disintegrating more than the hamburger is, probably. There it is. My gosh. It hasn't changed. The pickle's the only thing that's disintegrated. This is actually the receipt. I had to put it in plastic. It was just gonna be gone. Do you want to smell it? Cardboard?
Cardboard, yeah.
That hamburger is 20 years old.
Yeah.
What's your reaction to seeing it like this?
Scary. It's a real conundrum.
It's just crazy. I mean, it looks like you could just heat this up in a microwave and just eat it. I mean, you probably die.
Good thing you keep it in a little sarcophagus because you got the King Tut of hamburgers here. It dried so fast that there was no way that the bacteria or mold could grow into it and make it nasty.
July 7th.
thanks for the heads up, Shelley. I haven't been monetizing any of my streams. I don't care. That 0.6 cents is but thank you. Now, what else have we got? So Macca's. It's gonna be a no from me. What else? Here's another one. Right. So you know that cream in the middle of Oreos? It's not cream at all. It's fucking grapeseed oil whipped with emulsifiers that act like edible glue, holding the sludge together. Originally an industrial lubricant, rapeseed oil. Is it rapeseed or grape? Excuse me, is extracted using hexane, a known neurotoxin linked to nerve damage and long-term cognitive decline. Subsequent refining steps, including bleaching and high heat deodorization, promote the formation of harmful byproducts such as aldehydes, known to cause inflammation. Pro tip, if you're going to use Grok or any AI to write something for you, you got to go back in and get rid of these long hyphens, because it's a telltale. Known to cause inflammation, insulin resistance. So remember, we right at the beginning we were talking about how Truth Teller suggested or hypothesized or opined that obesity is actually linked to insulin resistance and those keys. So if you're eating Oreos, not only is it just empty calories full of chemicals and shit, but it's also the byproducts are increasing inflammation, causing inflammation, which again, remember, let's link it back. Inflammation is the leading cause, almost the sole cause, I think, of all natural deaths. So cancer, heart disease, all those things is because of inflammation. So if you're eating shit, and I'm sure this is just one food that has this bullshit in there, of course, you're going to be obese and going to die sooner. Heating rapeseed oil at high temperatures leads to the formation of polycyclic or aromatic hydrocarbons, known to be carcinogenic. In other words, stop consuming rapeseed oil if you value your health. That's what it is.
That act like edible glue.
Wait.
Cream are literally feeding your kids plastic glue and industrial lubricants. I'm talking about Oreos. That cream in the middle, it's not cream at all. It's fucking rapeseed oil, whipped with emulsifiers that act like edible glue, holding the sludge together. And the cookie part, stripped cocoa and chemical stabilizers, enough to start clogging your arteries if you eat them too much. Are literally
I saw a thing a long time ago. Thank you, Nina. Oh my God, sorry about the chair. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. It was a long time ago. I'm pretty sure I shared it in the Discord, but it was a long time ago, probably a year ago. The cookie part of Oreos, if you put a propane torch, like a jet lighter, a propane torch, to an Oreo, even like it doesn't burn, doesn't singe, it doesn't get charred. It's not food. Terrible. I didn't know that, Nina. I thought they were being hilarious. Yeah, I knew somebody. Now, just like that. It goes just like that. Okay. Here's one. So, on your apples, etc. Pause. So A-peel coating. Bill Gates' A-peel coating has been approved for application on organic produce. So your apples and things at the supermarket or at the grocery store often have a waxy coating, right? But now it's going to be going on to everything. It's not labeled, cannot be washed off, and is being used on fruits and vegetables certified as organic. You may unknowingly be buying organic produce that has been sprayed with this coating.
It's now approved for organic produce. And no, there's no label, you cannot wash it off, and it's being sprayed on fruits and vegetables.
Such a professional. God damn it. I miss my 2 monitors. It's the only thing I miss about no.
In case you haven't heard, Bill Gates' A-peel coating is now approved for organic produce. And no, there's no label, you cannot wash it off, and it's being sprayed on fruits and veggies that are labeled certified organic. A-peel is an invisible, tasteless coating that is sprayed on produce to extend the shelf life. It's made from mono and diglycerides, which are highly processed emulsifiers that are derived from fats. As I mentioned, there's no labeling required, so you could be buying organic produce without even knowing that it's sprayed with this coating. This whole thing is backed by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, originally to reduce food waste. But now it's quietly making its way into the organic food system under the name OrganAppeal. And here are the stores that are confirmed to be using the appeal coated produce. And here are the stores that say they do not use it. Stores such as Whole Foods, Kroger, and Aldi have not confirmed if they will or will not be using it. So you might as well assume they might.
So that's problem 2. Simi says, I peel everything I don't grow. You can, I don't know about that particular product, probably not. You should wash all your fruit and veg with like warm soapy water and like get rid of that coating and then rinse it off. But the fluoride in the water. So I got myself recently my brain's going to forget what it's called. Reverse ionize water filter. But then you have to add electrolytes into it, or some baking soda and some salt to make sure your body's getting everything. Because fluoride calcifies your pineal gland, which means, so a calcified pineal gland means you're less likely to be intuitive. That third eye, your pineal gland, is all about intuition and fathoming more than just the basic right here and now. So why do they put fluoride in our water? To dumb us down, to stop us from noticing. You're not allowed to say noticing, by the way, on Twitter. It's banned. I love it. I keep saying it. Now, so let me see. I think I'm coming. Excuse me, I got a frog in my throat. Speaking of things we're trying to avoid, obviously, we need to. Hey, Truth Seeker was here before. Obviously, we need to balance. We need to. It's the cradle of the soul. Beautiful. Yes. Obviously, we need to balance all these altruistic, like hardline lifestyle choices with being realistic. But wherever possible, let's try and adopt as many of these, either do more of or do less of, into our lives. And if we're already doing some or most, amazing. If this is new to you, I mean, if this isn't new to you, but there's people in your life who think you're a kook, or I don't know, a hippie, or crazy, like tinfoil conspiracies, show them this video. And if you want any links to anything I've shown, just shoot me a DM or an email. Or yes, Pierre, I was thinking you might have family members who think that about you. Not because you are, excuse me, not because you are, but because people don't want to. It's awful to think. It's awful. It's an awful revelation to realize that we've been lied to about everything. It's easier to live in your ignorance is bliss. Little world of appeal to authority. They know what they're talking about. Why would the government, or why would doctors not want what's best for us? Yes, the cognitive dissonance of it all. So share this video around. Laura, hi. Honestly, yay. Yes, thank you everybody for hanging New Year's. I've loved every minute. I hope you have too. So share it out. A couple more things, then I'll let you all go and celebrate. But here is, Laura, we're going to be doing we're going to be doing a couple of streams at least on the Port Arthur massacre. So I'd love for you to be around if possible when we get there. Sorry about the throat clearing. It's one of my many charms. It's the squeaky chair and the throat clearing, really. Wait, so pause. So polyester. So what was I talking about? I was saying is wherever possible. Like, I mean, obviously the Miss Shorty pajamas on the merch store are polyester. I'm not going to lie. They're bloody beautiful. But, and probably this is too, fuck. And my pants also, fuck. But most of my clothes are cotton. My pajamas, my sheets, all of it are cotton. Polyester is bad. And our skin is the most porous absorbent organ on our body. And it's all of our body. Yeah. So wherever possible, try to wear and surround yourself literally and figuratively with natural products, linen, bamboo, cotton, and to a lesser extent, silk. Let's go.
This is how your new fancy polyester set was made. Synthetic fibers are made with plastic waste. Brands like Lululemon, Aloe, and Viore are charging hundreds of dollars for these clothes that are made for extremely cheap, which were never meant to be wrapped around our bodies and especially sweated in all day. Switching to natural fibers like hemp, cotton, and wool make a massive difference to reduce your microplastic exposure, lower your overall chemical exposure, are far less disruptive to your skin barrier, and can even have improved body temperature control and less odor. On the other hand, synthetic fibers can increase skin sensitivity, raise the probability of skin irritation and allergic reaction, along with far greater consequences found when people wear this stuff over a long period of time in studies. Some workout brands that do this right are Made the Label, which have far more organic cotton, Riker clothing, and Pact, all of which I found on the Oasis app.
Now, speaking of, we're gonna be boycotting, if we're not already, in every way, shape, or form. I'm sure most of you, I can't afford Skims, but we're not buying Skims. We're not watching the Kardashians. I know I'm preaching to the converted here, but it's gonna be a hard no to any of that. Skims is all polyester. It's Kim Kardashian. She just opened 15 stores in Israel. She's throwing a big party for the IOF. It's going to be a hard no. Also, free Kanye. Now, let me see if there's anything more to actually talk about there in the thread. Do not wear mixed fabrics. A doctor named Heidi Yellen did a study on fabrics, and this was the conclusion. The human body has a signature frequency. That reminds me of 100, and organic cotton is 100. Therefore, you don't want to wear a garment under 100 that is lower than the frequency of a human body. A sickly, nearly dead person has a frequency of 15, and materials such as polyester, rayon, silk, and spandex register at 15. So silk, no good. Science proves that any fabric worn that has a frequency less than the 100 our bodies puts a strain on us, which causes disease, inflammation, and other sicknesses. Wool. Swap out my silk suggestion for wool, obviously. The only super fabrics are wool and linen, both measuring at 5,000, which energizes the body and helps fight disease. As for linen and wool, they have the highest atomic frequency signature of any fabric, totaling 5,000. So when you combine the two together, they cancel each other out to 0. Speaking of sickly people, back in the olden days, probably. Back in the olden days, remember how hospitals used to have, like olden days, before our time, my time, hospitals had like sun decks for all their patients. We spoke about sun before. They used to wheel all the sickly and the poorly people out into the sun. They don't do that anymore, do they? Sorry, my brain was trying to process. Gypsy said, if you haven't checked it out before, take a look at Friendly Geordies, especially about current world events. I will. So sun, this, that, did that. Wow. Look at us go. Oh, hang on. Here's another one. Macca's. So McDonald's. You can't see that. I'll get it one day. One large McDonald's French fry from McDonald's has the same amount of acrylane as a pack of cigarettes. Acrylane is the most carcinogenic ingredient in cigarettes. McDonald's French fries are harvested from potatoes that are sprayed with a pesticide that is so harmful to humans that the farmers must let it sit for 4 days before they can safely handle it. Enjoy your fries. Like, I understand that people are like, nah, fuck it, I love Macca's. That was me. That was me like 6 weeks ago. I'm like, it's fine. I know it's not good for you. It's fine. But the more, like, these are the rabbit holes I spend all day, every day, going down. Like, mind blown countless times a day on every level. Like, it's just so distressing. They're trying to kill us. They know all this stuff. It's intentional. Push back. We can push back. We're doing it together, and share it with your people. If you're not on, I swear, if you're not on Twitter, X, head over there. It's not a cesspool like Melanie Little says. It can be. I'm really embarrassed for a lot of the Free Karen Reed people that are just pathetic, parochial, petty drama bullshit. Like, I'm so frustrated. Humanity is what are you doing? They don't want to know. It's easier. Ignorance is bliss. But share this stuff. Get on Twitter. Just all you need to do is type in the search bar and type in whatever you want. What do we type in? These aren't. I don't know why these accounts are there in my search bar. I don't search any of them. I never go on my laptop. Just don't judge me. You can just type in. Let me think. You type in a keyword, and it will just give you. Oh, here we go. That's what it is.
And really cheap. And that's the magic of this thing. But there's no doubt in the next 5 years, we can, we just need to mess around. There's a lot of lipid nanoparticles, and some are very self-assembly.
Okay, and this one. Here we go. Wait, pause.
And I'm going to go with
pause, lady. I'll read the blurb. So here's the video where the CEO of Moderna admits that he made 100,000 doses of the mRNA COVID-19 vaccines in 2019. And also that he knew there'd be a pandemic, yes, COVID, in 2020. We were all lied to and played. Like we're conspiracy realists. Everything that we've suspected or alluded to or had concerned about, every single thing so far, like every single thing, it's turning out, everything's coming up conspiracy, right? So why did I include those other two picks? Do some homework and then ask yourself why I doubt there will be accountability. Of course not, because the people that need to take accountability and the people that set accountability are the people that are complicit. Get the fuck out of here. Let's watch this.
And I'm going to go with Stefan Bancel. Let's talk about vaccine development, because we've heard how it happened, obviously, with COVID-19 starting from 2022 and how extraordinary the process was also in terms of the speed. How is development, adoption and scaling of vaccine going on when it comes to different variants and subvariants? Because this is one of the big concerns as we're all here now and we're discussing, we understand the context, and this is a great deal.
Sure. Good morning, and thank you for having me on the panel. So the great news versus 2020, where we are today, is we have manufacturing capacity. As Seth knows, when the pandemic...
The World Economic Forum is one of the big six that we hate. Okay? Just so you know.
Six happened. Moderna had made 100,000 doses in 2019 for the whole year. And I remember walking after Davos into the office of my head of manufacturing, and I say, how we make 1 billion doses next year? And you look at me a bit funny, say, what? I say, yeah, we need to make 1 billion doses next year. There's going to be a pandemic.
And
I use my squeaky chair for effect there. Useful idiots. Well, they're complicit, aren't they? So if you don't have X or use X as a resource, it absolutely can be a resource. And I do recommend getting in there and using it as less of a social media tool, less fun and frivolity, more rabbit hole, holy shit stuff. You're welcome. My gift to you. Happy fucking New Year. Okay. So let's finish off with boycott these motherfuckers. So feel free to screenshot this. I will also drop this image in into the Discord. If you're not a member of the Discord and you'd like to be, it's gone a little quiet since I've been very preoccupied, but it's still there. It's a useful resource and it's a beautiful community. Just shoot me an email at missshorty.com and I will send you an invite link. Just make sure you tell me what your YouTube or your Twitter name is, or both, so that I can vet you, since we don't have Colours Flight to do that at the moment. I'll put my email down the bottom. It's also, there's a contact us form on the website if you would prefer. So look at all these companies. So I can understand, this is insidious and ubiquitous. These companies, the ones on the outside, can you see all of these tiny little ones, right? Are like, it's almost impossible to escape. Almost impossible. But we can I cannot boycott Amazon. I should, but I'm an extreme introvert. And for me, the idea of buying things IRL, in person, is just not going to work for me. It's going to be a hard no. So Amazon is one I can't boycott. But and you might think, well, what does one person not going to Starbucks anymore, or one person, me, not buying McDonald's ever again? Well, if I bought McDonald's once a fortnight, once every 3 weeks, sometimes more often, I know by me not purchasing as many of these brands as possible, from we can vote with our dollars, because dollars is what they care about. Yeah, follow the money. Set aside political. I mean, it's impossible. You cannot untangle. You cannot extricate the politics and the bulk of the ownership of all of the big brands, big pharma, big tech, big entertainment, big politics. It all leads back to one particular group, 90 to 95%. But even just from why should we feed into them? If there are alternatives, if you can grow your own, if you can filter your water and not have fluoride, if you can not have to go to the doctor ever again because you're treating your ailments and things with DSMO and magnesium, if you're eating healthy, if you're eating clean whole foods, raising your cholesterol level, fasting, don't be a fat fuck, right? Coming from me, I'm a little bit of a fat fuck. I'm trying. Then we even feel better about ourselves for getting back some autonomy. Exactly. Stuki's making a really good point. Be aware and willing to learn every day. Number 1. 2, choose your start point. Nobody's perfect. My biggest advocacy, my biggest advice is, if we are healthy, physically healthy, and this whole live stream has demonstrated, I think I've done a pretty good job. I've been compiling this list of links for a couple of weeks. if we disregard, but do our own research, don't take my word for it. If we disregard everything they've told us, because fuck, if we regain our autonomy by going back to basics, by doing what feels right, each day is a school day. That is it. Take back ownership of your body. Yeah, and even if I don't know. I mean, what are the losses? What are the losses for Starbucks? Shall we Google it? Starbucks, Macca's, McDonald's. Some of the big brands are getting hit. Target, because people are voting with their feet and their wallets, not least of all because who can afford anything these days? Like, who can afford anything? I can't. I'm poor as a church mouse. And I don't even live any life of extravagance whatsoever. But surely all of these health-based things, putting into practice as many of the things that I've suggested today, and sharing some of these ideas. Talk to your parents about their cholesterol. Like, I know boomers are hard, and even older boomers are hard to convince because they've been so heavily indoctrinated. We all have. But if we can implement some of these things gradually, it becomes easier. Like, I'm okay now. Like, I was like, it was a tough thing for me to say, you know what, I'm not ever going to McDonald's again. That's 50 years of loving McDonald's. Loving it. I know it's disgusting. I fucking love it. But I'm not doing it ever again. Ever, ever, ever. We've been lied to for our entire lives. Same. Everything. And I really want for you all to sorry about the squeaky chair. Fuck. I really want for you all to continue to trust me, to share snippets or all, to look into the links or the accounts that I've shown you on this live stream, the Twitter accounts, to start thinking about it. I know a lot of you I'm preaching to the converted, but it has been quite beautiful to see some of my shorties coming out of the woodwork and coming to me privately and saying, hey, I'm really proud of you for opening up this terrifying door. Like, I've got some heavy pushback. Thanks. Pushback. Facts are antiseptic. It's much easier to decry and deny facts with ad hominem slurs and I don't care. Like, I don't care. Call me whatever you like. Like, fuck, I've been called all the names. Add a few more to the list. I don't care if I'm tedious and tiresome on Twitter, relentless. I don't care that probably almost everybody that follows me from the past has muted me by now because they don't want to hear it. Well, you know what? Like, someone said to me the other day, gee, you hate Jews. I don't. Are you a Nazi? You sound like a Nazi. Are you a Nazi? And I said, like, no, I'm not a Nazi. Like, I'm a humanitarian who has such deep concerns about humanity. We have a global supremacy issue, a global Zionist issue, a global organized Jewry issue. This has been going for a very, very, very long time. And I really appreciate you all for trusting me. We're going to lose people along the way because it's awful. Like, this is an awful, uncomfortable truth. But we're not going to stop, right? We're not going to stop. So, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Tomorrow night, I promise, all things going to plan. Tomorrow night, I'm not sure. We'll either do the Pizzagate show or the Port Arthur Massacre show or the Zionist show. Wow, it's all positive, uplifting stuff, isn't it? But I don't know. We'll go back to trial watching. We'll get back there. But it feels disingenuous to me, for me, to to keep going on a path that feels vapid. Thank you for reminding me. Do you know church bells? There are no more church bells anymore, are there? Sorry, rewind. We're coming back. We're going back into content. No more farewells. Back. Look into converting your music that you listen to 432 hertz, because church bells and music used to be written and produced to 432 hertz. It's the natural frequency of so many things. I haven't done enough research into this. We might even do a whole stream on it. So I don't quote me on my facts, but at some point, I guess when music was able to be recorded and presented to the world, so I guess radio times, they changed the frequency of all the music to be jarring, to reduce our frequency. So you can actually, there we go. We'll have to have you on as a guest. You can actually, like how you can compress a video file or an audio file into an MP4 or an MP3. You can also convert the music you listen to be 432 hertz. So you get those healing high natural vibrations. I'm butchering this. I'm so sorry. There's so many things they've done to destabilize us, humanity. Why? Because they want us sad, they want us fat, they want us unhealthy, they want us to be stupid. Simi, I think you'd need to do some research. I think you'd need to take your Suno music. I'll look into it for you, or you can. I'm pretty sure you can run an audio file through a program, but I'll get back to you, like through a conversion thing that pulls it back to 432. So the same music at that, it brings it down from 440. I think they went to 440. I think it's 440. Am I right? So they made it just this jarring. And don't listen to shitty music. Is shitty. Music is shitty. It's all fucking shitty. It's, oh my God, we have to save humanity, Shorties. I love you so much. 444. Yeah, thank you. So I'm really proud of you all. The exhaustion I felt after that, those two streams we did, the Hollywood stream and the 9/11 stream, was such that I was actually holed up in bed for a day, like so exhausted from letting go of what I've been carrying mostly alone, but not because I'm in the truth community, the truthers community, but for you guys, my regular friends. So I really appreciate you all coping with it, coping with me. INFJ, I'm also an IFJ. Sup. So whatever we do for the next couple of nights will probably will definitely be confronting. I'll make it as fun as possible. We'll have music breaks. There probably won't be many people in chat. Share it out because YouTube is suppressing my content even more. I'm losing hordes of subscribers by the day because that's anti-Semitic. Hilarious. Yes. We always have music breaks. Usually I usually do them about every 2 hours when we do court. But anyway, so we'll do something tomorrow night. At the moment, it's Pizzagate scheduled. Pizzagate stream's going to be at least 2 streams as well. Holy fuck. Like, holy fuck. Port Arthur Massacre is going to be at least 2 streams as well. Merry New Year. Happy Christmas. Happy New Year. I love you all so much. Be kind to each other. Be kind to yourselves. Be brave enough to sit in the discomfort of the truth. Stop living a lie. Let's get healthy. Let's get happy. Let's get smart. And let's save humanity. That's all I'm saying. Mwah. Mwah.
I love you all so very much. We had a blast just chatting and stuff. Things may have gone a bit off the rails. Professional when all else fails. 'Cause chat is great, so much to say. Emotes and all the caps out. May have been cheese, bit faster please. The time has come, Camp Shorty out. We're skating through all the tough things, learning about this and that, defense motions, prosecution, and narcissistic twats. 'Cause chat